Breaking news on the Woody Show.
And I remembered to turn my mic on this time. Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to turn Tracy and Micky's mic on. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Woody Show. It's Monday, so who's the Prime Minister today, I wonder? You've got me tonight, and you've got Tracy. You've got Micky, who's been a naughty boy, so we put him in the very dark corner there. So he's been really naughty. He's actually been a naughty Nomi. We did a 6-hour stream on Saturday night. I can't believe we did a fucking 6-hour stream. 6 hours we were at it, me and Tracy. Don't click that bit. Yeah, we did a 6-hour stream. And then last night, I don't know whether I mentioned that I've been feeling really good just lately with all my chemotherapy and everything. And then last night I did a snipe on MrMaddMarc stream. I actually stream sniped him and he didn't even spot me. Like a twat.
It's dark as around here. And my light's gone out. I'm scared.
Can't get the car up there, can I?
I don't know.
Paved area.
It's a road.
Yeah, it's where you were. It's a paved area. So in the end, I found him and I picked him up and I gave him a lift to a pub that was shut and wouldn't serve him. He got in the car. I said, "Where do you want to lift to?" He said, "I'll go to the pub. I'll get a pint." So I dropped him off at the pub. Just for I said, "I'll give you a lift home." So you go to the pub. You always said, "No, I'll get a pint here." And I'm listening to the stream in the car. I don't watch it. I was listening to the stream in the car on the way home. And he's gone into the pub and it's shut. And then he wanders along to Tesco's to try and get himself a beer and a sandwich. And he's the last customer in there and they're just shutting down. And if you ever see the stream, right, if he does have a VOD for this stream, Tracy, you've got to watch where he's in Tesco's because the guy that's behind him that works in Tesco's, the guy with ginger hair, is standing behind him, right, watching him stream, giving him the right evils. He's got unbelievable evils if looks could kill, right? And I said to Mark, I said, the ginger knobhead behind you is giving you the right evils. And he said, where? And he turned around, he missed it all. But if you see the VOD, you'll understand. Anyway, Tracy, good evening. What have you been up to? Who's got no audio? We've got audio. I'm hearing audio. Tracy, say something. No, you've got no audio, Tracy. That's your end. Let's. Oh, hang on. Go again, Micky. I need you to say something. Because there's no fucking audio out and you're not saying anything. I can't fix it, can I? Fucking, I'm working with idiots here. Say something. Carry on, yeah. Is that any better on Tracy? I think I know what the problem is.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I know what the problem is. I had her audio going on track 6 and not track 1. Right, okay, there we go.
I'll just very quickly, I'll just say again. So Sunday, yesterday was my actual birthday, and I went out for a really lovely Italian meal and spent the day laying around. I've already said this, which is why I'm saying it quick because the audio is out. It was really nice, really good, up to the standard as it was a few years ago, and then spent most of the day sort of laying around watching a bit of telly. Had bad insomnia last night, got 3 hours sleep. So if I'm a bit like more hyper than usual, it's because I'm lacking sleep. There we go. Micky's turn.
Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I just went up the retail park just to get a few things and just chilled, basically. Did watch a couple of hours of you two pissed up twats streaming the other night after I'd gone to bed, saying that I was a lightweight and because I'm old. Because I'm old and gotta go to bed at midnight, otherwise I get angry the next day. No, it's
not because you get angry. It's because you turned
grumpy.
Into a gnome, wasn't it? No, I thought you said you turned into a gnome. It was something like that. I didn't say that though. I did not say that, Micky. It was my birthday and I was very happy, and you should have rejoined us. You should have said, "All right, then I'll have a whiskey as well." Or whatever. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. I had a bit of a night like that last night. I should have been tired after the weekend, and after I saw my daughters on the Saturday and I had the Italian yesterday and I had the 6-hour stream on Saturday night, last night it should have been conk central. I should have conked straight out. And I just couldn't release, I couldn't release the sleep. 3 hours. Go on, sorry, Micky. Carry on.
Because you were probably overtired and your mind was still overactive.
Yeah. One thing I did find, I don't know if anybody else ever has this, but one thing I did find was that every time I kept being really aware that my right shoulder had like was really tense. So I was going, right, relax. Oh, it's lovely and relaxed now. And then as soon as I took my mind off it, I was aware that my shoulder was like that again. I was like, what's going on? Because that's what was keeping me awake. I had tension in one shoulder.
You're not auditioning for the female version of the Humpback of Notre Dame by any chance, are you?
Bloody well felt like it. I was... Speaking of auditions, we here.
My grandson has been asked to submit a video with a chant. Hang on, let me just look what he said. For a role in a television comedy series. That's all I know. That's all I know at the moment. It's a new comedy series apparently that he's been asked to send in a video for. So yeah, hopefully things are looking good for him. And as we know, last week, was it last week? Yeah, last week he started his apprenticeship at the theatre. So I was
going to say, is this the same grandson who started the apprenticeship?
Yeah. I do only have one, Tracy.
Oh no, I don't know.
I have one.
Yeah, I don't know.
One grandson, 2 granddaughters.
Ah, see, there you go.
But yeah, he's doing really well for himself. It's not something he applied for. Apparently, I didn't know, but he signed up for an agency, and they've asked him to submit this video to. I don't know what channel it's going to be. I don't know. It might be an independent that's making it, because a lot of them are independents now, aren't they? And then they sell them on to BBC, ITV, whatever. So hopefully, touch wood.
Or they get contracted by the
to make them. Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't know what it's all about. I haven't spoken to him. It's just a DM he sent me on Facebook, So
excellent.
Touch wood. I mean, it's his first one. I told him not to get his hopes up too much, because it is his first one. And if he doesn't get it, just obviously keep trying, keep plugging away, and eventually something will come along. But it's nice that he's been asked to submit it.
Yeah, no, it's very nice, Micky. Very nice.
And the thing is that every time he does an audition tape, that material can go towards a show reel. So he can pick out all the best. So he might have, he might do 10, 20, 30 video submissions, but then he hands them over to somebody who can edit the best bits together, and he'll have a show reel.
Yeah.
Well, I might be able to help there. Micky's sitting in the dark there. You're sitting in the dark, Micky.
Really?
You're looking confused. You're sitting in the dark.
Yeah, you're darker than you were the other day.
Darker than you were, Micky. You're sitting in the dark. You need a light on. And I bet you haven't got makeup on either, have you?
He put his... There we go, look. Flowers.
Yeah, right.
You're wearing a dark top as well, Micky. That adds to all the dark.
Yeah, you're doing your white balance is better now. Yeah, that's too. That's better. When you're back there, that's better. Yeah. You still need makeup on though, Micky.
I showed you my makeup earlier.
Micky.
Yeah, but you didn't put it on. You didn't actually put it on. You're gonna have to put it on.
Oh no, he is as well. He's gonna do it.
Because I've got some news for you, Micky. He got his makeup. Look.
You did see what his makeup was, didn't you?
Yeah, plain flour.
I'm just making sure.
And a sponge. It's working. Good evening, Gangerous God. If I were to get disemboweled, would you either vanity scoop your organs back into yourself or just lay there and die?
They'd probably lay there screaming and then die.
Well, I don't know. If I just had a whiskey, I might like to suck it back out again.
Yeah.
No.
I would probably, knowing me, I'd probably be laying there going, "What's all that mess?"
Yeah. I think I'd
Welcome,
use it like a giant straw, wouldn't you, Micky?
I think
Do you realise if anybody eggs you, you're going to look like batter?
Yeah. I think I might just use the intestines as a lasso and sort of haul them back up a bit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Interesting thing.
Well, we haven't welcomed him, so welcome, Gangrenous God. There we go.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bizarre. It's a bit of a bizarre opening. I mean, do you go to parties and just, everybody's in the kitchen? Do you walk into the kitchen and do you say that? And do you actually survive without getting a beer bottle shoved up your arse?
And by the way, I'm a vegan.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious on that one.
Okay.
Good evening, Al, by the way. I know you're out there driving.
Oh, yes. Hello, Alex. I saw you, but I couldn't speak because my sound was off. My audio was
Anyway,
buggered, so...
Micky, I might be able to help you there.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
I haven't got an audio for this. I didn't have time to do an audio, but I've got some breaking news because that's it. Go for that. I could have got an audio for it, but the time it'd take me to get the license and everything.
Just snap. Just take what Micky just did.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it, Micky. Go for it.
Breaking news.
Oh, there we go.
On the Woody Show.
That's it. Come on. Have you?
Hello, Fort Walton Beach.
Hello, Fort Walton Beach. Yeah, I've been around a while. I'm actually feeling quite good. Tracy, have you?
So we got this fucking thing going round and round with breaking news. Yeah. Come on, crack it.
Tracy, clip Micky going da da da. Hang on, I'm trying to turn my video from private to public. Right, just hang on. And it's gone to public right now. Publish. Done. I've just released the Vinci Resolve tutorial I've been threatening you with for months.
Oh, what? The titles one?
Titles. So if you follow that, you can make your grandson's own show reel.
Oh, good.
Because you've got all the skills to edit the clip, to trim it, and now I've given you the skills to title it. And my next tutorial will probably be the skills for the audio, how to put a music bed on, how to put a backing track on, and everything else.
You must think you're speaking Welsh.
Well, funny enough, I had a tweet from a guy. I had a tweet from a guy this morning, Radio 5 Live, because the other day I said on Twitter that it's going to be fun tomorrow night because I'm English and my wife's Welsh. So watching the football is going to be a bit of a fight. And he said to me, can you come on tomorrow morning at 7:30 and give an interview? And I said, yeah, I can. And he said, can you partner make it as well? So I said to her, John, do you fancy coming on? She said, no way. No way. If he asks me what I think of the English on the radio, I'll get us both thrown off and banned for radio forever.
But this is perfect. This is exactly how you should be using Twitter. It's
Five Live is a good one to go on, Steve.
Yeah.
Plug the Woody Show while you're on it.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking to them on Twitter and they're talking back to you, and Twitter will go, hang on, there's a conversation here. And
he did it from his own account, not the Radio 5 Live account.
All right.
Yep. No, but at the same time, you've drawn attention to yourself.
Tracy.
Yeah.
I do. That flowers make no difference, Micky.
Do you realise how many times, Tracy, you go, no, but yeah?
Who?
Tracy. Have you listened to it?
Yeah, my daughter's the same. She always starts.
No, but
my daughter's
yeah.
like that. Yeah, but no, but yeah, she starts a sentence with and think, what the fuck?
I don't know why I do that. It's not like I'm from Norfolk or anything. Because that's actually from the Little Britain, the chav, and he goes, no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, and I don't. It's a habit. I know, it's a habit. I can't help it, But at least I'm not saying like.
At least we know where he got it from. Must have been
I think
listening
it's
to
where
you.
I got it. I got it from, and I think a lot of people that I know do the same. And when you watch telly, a lot of people who are on telly being interviewed and things do exactly the same. And I think it's that break where your brain is trying to catch it.
What my greatest
Trying to feed words.
My greatest hate when people are being interviewed is they'll start a sentence with "so."
And mine is, I mean.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You haven't said anything before now. You've been asked a question and you're saying, I mean, no, you're not clarifying anything you said before.
And I hope we haven't got any Aussie listeners, but why, when Aussies talk, do they always go up to the end of the sentence?
That's the Welsh.
Are we going to go over there to do this, are we?
They do, don't they?
Yeah. I've seen it on telly before. It's not everything is a question.
Oh dear. Anyway, that's totally not what we were talking about, but it just made me.
No, that's all right. I've written it down. It is.
Just made me giggle. That did. Just made me giggle.
I heard you say Tracy, and I'm like, yeah. What?
Yeah.
What?
No, yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, but yeah.
That's right. My other bit of breaking news. Hang on, get ready to do your breaking news, Micky. Hang on, get
Go
ready.
on, Micky. With your clip on, with your echo on.
Yeah. Clip it. Get ready.
Breaking news on the Woody Show.
Right. As from yesterday, we are on Spotify.
Woo!
We are turning the Woody Show into a podcast, and it's on Spotify. And I started by turning our mammoth 6-hour stream on Saturday into 6 one-hour podcasts. And what I'm going to do is every stream, I'm going to turn them into 1-hour podcasts. So if we're on for 2 hours tonight, I'm going to do two 1-hour podcasts. Because I think 2 hours at a stretch is a bit too much to listen to. I was actually listening to our stream this morning in bed on Alexa, and I thought it was actually quite interesting. So that's what we're doing for Walton Bleach. We're turning the stream into a podcast, and I'm actually thinking along the lines of having guests. I mean, we have Al on occasionally. I need to get you back on, Al. So when you stop driving, just come and chat to us a minute. I need you to get back on again, Al, so we can have a chat to you. But we can also have some audio guests on if we're doing the podcasts. That's interesting people. They don't have to put their face on. We can have.
Do we know any interesting people?
Well, we know me.
I said interesting people.
We've already got you.
Yeah.
We can't put you on twice.
You can. I can wear a hat. Nobody will know it's me on twice. I can do a bit of magic here, and I can put myself up here as many times as I want.
Yeah, no, I know that, but you'd have to have some pre-recorded stuff with you being able to talk to yourself.
No, I can just I can record what I'm broadcasting right now, and I can do it so I can talk to myself while I'm doing it. I can actually do it, but I'm not going to, because but it'll be complicated. But yeah, I could do that with masks, and I could actually have a whole conversation with myself. Which, if tonight had gone the way I originally thought it was going to go tonight, I would have ended up having 3 of me on screen talking to myself, because I've been wearing my contact lenses today. With my contact lenses, when I've been farting about, the PC screen, I've only got 2 clocks in my room, and I've got my watch, of course, but as you can see, the screen's blank unless I lift it up. But I've got my PC clock. I can't see when I've got my contact lenses on. I've got my big clock on the wall, which is one of those radio control clocks. And I looked at it, and it said 9:30. And I thought, shit, I should be calling Micky and Tracy, because we talk 15 minutes before we come on stream to decide what we're going to do and how many no, yes buts Tracy's going to do. She plans that in advance. She writes it down. And how dark, how many lumens of light Micky was going to sit in. That's what we actually discuss, right, before we come on stream. In fact, if you'd have noticed, we actually came on stream a bit earlier because I pressed the wrong button again. I fucked up again.
At least none of us were doing anything rude at the time.
No. At least I've got.
I could have been sat here in my bra. You could have been sat here in your full makeup, Micky, and Steve could have just forgotten to put his shorts on. So
I'm not wearing shorts now.
at least we. Yeah. Well, you could have been standing up and floating around,
Yeah.
but at least we were just sat here going, "Huh? Hang on, wait, we're on live. We're live."
Do you know what? And this is why I like making tutorials, because I can fuck up during my tutorials. I just re-record the bit that I fucked up again. So,
Yeah.
very quickly before I carry on with what I was saying, have you had a look at the tutorial yet, Micky?
No, because you only just bloody put it up.
All right, okay. For anyone that wants to see it, here it is.
Something for tomorrow for me to do during the day.
Yeah, so I was listening. I was listening to us on Alexa this morning. So that's my YouTube. That's where you'll find my tutorials. It's a DaVinci Resolve tutorial. And in
For Walton Bleach. Sorry, for Walton Bleach says it's just like the new Facebook. Who needs pants?
Yeah, who needs pants? Yeah,
Exactly. I'm not wearing any.
I'm not wearing any shorts. I've got long trousers on. I stopped wearing shorts when I was like 13.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. The other nice thing about tutorials and making mistakes is that it shows others how mistakes are made. I think. Yeah.
On some earlier tutorials,
the whole show is showing how to fuck up royally.
when I really, and I don't fuck the tutorials up, but when I do fuck the tutorials up, I will do outtakes. If I do any really serious outtakes, I will put outtakes on the end of them. But I haven't had any funny ones at the moment because all my tutorials are pretty short and they're pretty serious stuff. But I'm going to be doing it. They're on DaVinci Resolve, which is a video editing program, which is free. Absolutely free, fantastic program. It is a bit crippled though. It doesn't do a lot of the top end editing features. So I'm in the situation where I've got an irony that I actually make tutorials on how to use video, on how to use DaVinci Resolve, and I edit them with Premiere Pro. So I sent a tweet to Blackmagic Design because the DaVinci Resolve is the free version, DaVinci Studio is the paid version. And I sent a tweet today asking them to give me the paid version for free, and I'll make all my tutorials on their paid version.
It's worth a try.
They can only say no. No.
Yeah, look, we stream on Twitch for God's sake.
Yeah, but I have to use Premiere Pro and After Effects to make the videos because it's crippled. It's great for 90% of people, right? DaVinci Resolve, the free version, is fantastic, and they can do anything they want. But for me, I can't. It's like my opening title. When you look at my opening title, you cannot do that in Fusion, which is DaVinci Resolve's motion graphics. You cannot do that in Fusion. It has to go to After Effects. But you can do it in DaVinci Studio. I just thought I'd share that with you. And I can see, by the way, both of you... Well, I can see by the way Tracy's eyes are glazing over, that she's really not interested. And I can see, by the way, that Micky's eyes are watering. He's on Pornhub.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
But you didn't get to where you said that we started the stream, like you started the stream too early because did you cover why the stream started like really early, the first bit? You know where?
Yeah, right, because I use OBS, which is the software I'm using to broadcast. It's called Open Broadcasting Software. I think you've seen it, Micky, haven't you?
Yeah. What, OBS?
Yeah. Have you played it? You use it for your games, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, OBS is also my recording software. It records my face cam tracks. Because it also records, as well as streaming, it is a fantastic video recorder. And
Which is how come you managed to go live a few weeks ago and was talking to the camera and you could totally confused all the fans, like, why are we on Sunday night?
Because I had it switched over to the recording profile, not the Twitch profile. So when I switched screens, it just switched me on the stream straight away, and I thought, shit. And I realised I'd done it. So that's what it was, because I'm using OBS. Because I use it to record my face cam track.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what about the one about an hour earlier?
Yes, sorry, yeah. So anyway, I looked up at my clock and I thought, it's 9:30. I'm late. So I started calling these two on Skype, and then I answered, and I'm thinking to myself, shit. I'm going to have to go and do this stream all by myself. I haven't done a stream all by myself for weeks now. Can I do it? I thought, well, I'm going to have to do a 2 or 3 hour stream all by myself. And I'm thinking of all the little tricks I can pull to make myself look like the screen's more populated. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, why aren't they answering the phone? Why aren't they? We've got our own chat group. We've got our own private chat group in Discord. And I'm thinking, why aren't they saying, why aren't you calling me, Steve? And then I just happened to change my glass. I took my contact lenses out and I put my glasses on. And I looked at my PC clock and it said 20:35. And I thought, my clock says 21:35. What the fuck's up? And I looked again at my clock and it hadn't moved. And what it is it's a big clock and I've got a radio control clock. And the battery in it went flat. So it was obviously been flat since 9:30 this morning. And I hadn't noticed it because I don't bother with the time during the day. I don't have to be anywhere. And so I'm a bit pissed off and I pulled the battery out the back and I'm sending it back. I've only had it 2 years, right? And on the back it says best before 2024. I'm sending it back.
And it was only in a clock. It wasn't as though it was in something that is high juice, like a vibrator.
No, I think the battery came with the clock, and I checked on Amazon when I bought the clock, and it was January 2019 I bought the clock. So I've had it, 3.5 years? 2.5 years? 3.5 years? Nearly 4 years that battery's lasted. So to be honest, for a AA battery, one AA battery, that's actually I'm not really sending it back. That's an old joke. I used to sell batteries, and I have had people trying to return batteries saying this battery's gone flat, and it says on there best before 2024. I had another guy trying to return a battery saying your batteries are no good, they don't work in America.
That's where I first came across you. Was I bought batteries off you?
Seriously, Tracy, he said to me, because America's a different voltage.
What?
Yeah, mate, a 1.5 volt battery is a 1.5 volt battery.
Yeah.
So, that's indeed, that's how you first come across me.
And you were well known for being a cheap battery seller.
Yeah.
Your ID was literally 99p batteries.
Yeah. Guess how much they cost?
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm not saying that they should expect it to turn up and not work at all, but they've got a battery that's lasted and worked for 2 years, or a set of batteries.
Can I send this one back?
What is it?
Is that the one?
It's out of date.
It's that pack of GP 2016s. Yeah. What's the date on them?
They fit in my scales, the floor scales. It's like an L something or other. I can't remember what it's called now.
July 2016.
Yeah, they're a bit fucked, Micky.
Can I
They
get
might
a
still be
refund?
good. They might still be good. 1035, Tracy.
2025 they were. They were
Okay.
for my video cam, if I remember right.
All right, okay.
Micky, I think you should send it back because it shouldn't have gone out of date before you used it. Send it back.
It shouldn't. It's still in the packet. It shouldn't have gone flat.
Exactly.
They came flat.
Can I recharge it?
That's what button cells are. They're very flat, Micky.
Yes. Can I recharge it though?
Yes, plug it into the mains, please. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Make sure the quickest way to recharge it is to make sure you're barefoot, standing in a bucket of water.
Oh, great. Hey,
That'll really charge it quickly.
that's all right. It's got a plus and a minus on, so I know which side to put the wires.
That's actually which side you stick it up your arse.
Is there any advantage having the plus up? Huh?
There's just so many things I can say to that, Micky.
Oh,
Yes, Fort Walton Bleach, your kettles. I've noticed that when I've been in 110 countries, same as in a couple of other countries. When I was out in the Caribbean, we call it the Caribbean, you call it the Caribbean. When I was out in the Caribbean, it took fucking kettles ages to boil. You plug them in and you think, I'm just going to have a quick cup of coffee. And there's no such thing as a quick cup of coffee with a 110 voltage kettle, is there? No such thing. Oh, never. I've never known a kettle to boil that slowly as it does as in America or in the Caribbean. It's you're very strange. You do things strange differently to the rest of the world. I can't begin to tell you how many things you do differently to the rest of the world. And if I did, I'd be here all night and I'd offend the whole country and I'd never be allowed in again. And we won't discuss hand egg or cheese.
Where's my pop? I need to get a fake popcorn that as soon as you start talking about it, I get the popcorn box from the side here and start going.
Well, if you had OBS and you had Adobe After Effects you'd be able to have your own popcorn motion graphic.
Yes, I mean an actual real kind of like get a like this box of lint.
You see, as soon as I talked about cheese, they all went down to 4 viewers. Now I'm talking about cheese, we're down to 4 viewers.
So should we talk about some of our topics that we've got in the title? Should we get the less happy one out of the way, the COVID protests that are happening in China? They're very, very strict still about being locked down and trying not to have COVID spreading anywhere. But they're still under lockdown, and it's spreading. These protests are now spreading to main cities, and literally sort of they're getting like the riot police out. And I'm looking at the news and thinking this looks interesting. It doesn't look good, but it does look interesting, because what are the Chinese people going to do?
Did you also know that they're editing
World Cup,
World Cup footage so that they don't show people are not wearing masks in other countries and enjoying themselves?
Yeah, saw that.
I'll tell you what the Chinese people are going to do. Going to do that.
Nothing.
That's their protest, isn't it?
That's their protest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's an excellent protest.
Yeah.
Because people are saying, why are you holding up a blank piece of paper? Because we're not allowed to say anything.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But that's what I mean. Where is this going to go? I hope it goes somewhere rather than nowhere. I don't want it to be like, well, they can't. Huh?
It's going to go to China.
No, it's in China. No, but it's already in China. But what I mean is I hope it develops.
But you've got a quarter of the world's population that live in China. It's already developed.
I'm just reading an article. Rishi Sunak, you know him. He's the most recent Prime Minister we got. I don't know how long he's going to be there, but
well, it's Monday, so I'll give him till Wednesday.
Yeah, he said the golden era of relations between UK and China is over, as he called for a new approach to Xi Jinping's government. Mr. Sunak threw his support behind protesters and suggested a change to diplomatic relations with China, calling the nation a systemic challenge to our values and interests.
Well, that's because there are values and interests.
It goes on and on and on and on.
It's a bit xenophobic, isn't it?
It is, isn't it, really, coming from him?
China is a challenge to our values. Well, there are values. They're not China's.
They're not China's values, are they? Exactly that.
Hey, seriously xenophobic.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, but yes.
I'm trying to work out how China's protesting like this is challenging our values.
Well, it's not, is it?
It's not.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a protest. I think he's talking about Xi Jinping's government. And the fact that I think they're changing our values.
But again, how is that threatening our way of life? It's not.
It's not, but it is an awesome, like Fort Walton Bleach says, it is an awesome protest.
Absolutely.
Not seen nothing since like that since Tiananmen Square, and I forgot what year that was. And the most iconic thing was that guy standing in front of the tank.
Amazing. Amazing.
And to be honest, I mean, it might sound bloody gruesome, but I'm surprised that the tank driver just didn't roll straight over him.
No, same.
Because the Chinese military, and they are, you do what you are told, and that, But yeah.
That's what I mean.
I can see it coming down to that again now.
I mean, that's what I mean by it'd be interesting to see where this goes, how it develops. Where is it? Is it?
Well, for all of China's censorship, I can guarantee you that there are still people who have access to outside either internet or outside news or something, so they know what's going in the outside world, and they know that we're that we're all wandering about as if nothing had ever happened, taking our fucking 6 monthly jabs. I
don't go out without a mask. Whenever I go out to the hospital, I've always got a mask.
We don't want you frightening the public, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly that. I'd realised I don't want to. I can't change the name of the show.
Oh,
Exactly. I think I said this to you a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I've got 98 of these
Got
fuckers to get rid of.
Where's yours, Micky?
Got 98 of these to get rid of.
I don't know where it is. It's under here somewhere.
While Micky looks for his postcard, I'll carry on with the thing. I know that there's been not protests. There we go. Not protests. People making a stand against youngsters, teenagers having the COVID jab. They're still doing mini protests and, you know, standing outside with placards outside places where people are being immunised, and they're trying to stop the death jab and, you know, the forcibly immunising people, kids, because it's killing the kids or something. But do you want to? Who wants to talk about this?
No.
Why we're doing this? No, we're just gonna let people wonder.
We'll let people wonder.
Having said that about killing the kids and stuff, I had after I had my second jab last year. Oh, it's falling down. After I had my second jab last year, it was a few weeks, and I had the big palpitations thing, and I said to my doctor, there we go, I've got my leaflet. Yeah, I said to my doctor, could the palpitations have been caused by the COVID jab? And she said, no, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. This doesn't happen. Anyway.
Yes, it does.
Here I have.
Form. Here
I have. It wasn't at that time. Here I have a guide to the COVID-19 autumn booster, and it's telling me that I'm going to have booster. Common side effects, blah, 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 blah. Serious side effects. Cases of inflammation of the heart called myocarditis or pericarditis have been reported very rarely after both Pfizer and the Moderna COVID-19 vaccines. These have been seen mostly in younger men and within several days of vaccination. Most people, blah, blah, blah. You should seek medical advice urgently if after vaccination you experience chest pain, shortness of breath, or feelings of having a fast beating, fluttering, or pounding heart. I had 2 of those. I didn't have the chest pain, but I had the shortness of breath. And for an hour and a half, I thought I was about to have a heart attack because my heart felt like a fish trapped in a cage, flapping about so violently trying to get out, which was palpitations.
How the fuck did a fish get in a cage?
Huh?
Now, that's what I'm saying. If you imagine a fish, a live fish,
put a fish out. Mind you, I'm on the wrong side. I'll be getting slapped with it, won't I?
Micky, have you put the Woody Show postcard up your arse crack?
Yes.
Right, I thought so.
But
it's that protest.
Tracy,
you're on about Chinese protests. Look, I'm on about bloody Woody postcard processes because mine was not numbered and it was not signed.
Get over it.
Tell the Chinese that.
Yeah.
You hold yours up blank then.
Hang on. It's all very well for the Chinese to be, you know, up in arms about being locked down. What about Micky's card that wasn't signed?
I signed it myself. One of 100 love Micky. There you go.
Yeah, so that anyway, the China protest will be interesting to see how it develops over the next few days or few weeks or whatever. Oh, it's going to be a few weeks, isn't it? Oh no, what season are China in at the moment? COVID. Yeah, the Omicron is milder here than all the other waves than what we've had. Although, having said that, I've had COVID and it was like having bad flu and bad cold mixed. But I'd had 3 jabs, so who knows how bad it would have been had I not had the jabs. So, yeah, he's had 5. He's had 5 jabs. But he also hasn't had COVID. I'm not saying that I know that the immunisation does not stop you from catching COVID, but he also hasn't had COVID to test out how well his jabs are working. Well, this is the thing. The thing is, the vaccines aren't supposed to stop you from catching the actual virus. It's supposed to stop it from turning into full-blown hospitalisation COVID. So you might catch it and feel like you might still catch it. You might still feel like shit, but you shouldn't end up in hospital.
Well, yeah, I guess China didn't trust USA jabs. I did. I've been jabbed. Have I had 5 or 6 jabs? I can't remember. I think it might be 6, Tracy, mightn't it?
Could be actually. Have you
I
had
think
one
it might be
recently?
6. I've had 6. To explain, sorry, the reason I've had 6 jabs is if you probably notice this bandage on my arm. This bandage on my arm is covering what is known as a PICC line, peripherally inserted central catheter. The reason I have a PICC line in my arm is because I have cancer. I have a blood cancer, follicular lymphoma. And if you know anything about cabbage, you'll know that it's very dangerous for anybody with a blood cancer because we don't have an immune system to fight it off. Which, ironically, is how I started streaming. Streaming became on Reddit, funny enough, because I can't go out. I still really can't go out amongst people because I'm still immunocompromised. I'm still stuck indoors, sort of. So I'm still streaming, but that's why I started streaming. But yeah, so I'm sure I've had 6 jabs. I've had the Pfizer one first. No, AstraZeneca I had first. I've had a couple of Pfizer ones, and the last one I had was was the American one, I think, which was
Moderna?
Moderna.
Yeah.
Moderna. Last 2, I've had 6, by the way. I've just checked. I've had 2 Pfizer, 2 Moderna, and 2 AstraZeneca. So, but it could well be they don't trust. It could well be they don't trust the Chinese. Chinese.
But in which case, how come China hasn't developed one of their own or bought from a different country?
Well, the Russian Sputnik one. Is it Sputnik one?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No,
It's just a a thought that I had, and
Lobto says,
yeah,
probably it's right in China. Lockdowns are bad. They are bad for your mental health, for a start off, and yeah. So, Woody's gone on a break now. China is not as advanced as it seems, and neither is Russia, which is what we're seeing now with what's going on in Ukraine.
and I find it.
Hello, Deep. Are you all right, mate? Huh?
I find it bizarre because for all that China does and produces and manufactures and comes up with and invents and everything over the hundreds of years, I'm not just talking about modern stuff, I'm talking about over the hundreds of years. For all that stuff, they didn't have a jab or they didn't have a way of getting the jab. So paper tigers, paper tigers. Oh, right, yeah, that's what they're doing.
See, now a lot of stuff is produced in China, but I don't think it's really invented in China, and it's just that their labour is so cheap that a lot of stuff that is produced over in China now, and I think they try and do rip-off copies, don't they? Really?
Oh yeah,
you get a lot of rip-off copies, which are substandard.
I'm wearing a rip-off here.
My friend, thank you. Cheers. Carry on. Neat. White and Mackay.
Oh.
He's enjoying his White and Mackay.
No, they can't make computer chips. Well, they are making computer chips, but a lot of them are coming out of Taiwan now. But yeah, but they do rip off stuff.
Yeah, no, I know.
And the quality is so bad because they just can't do it. No, not properly. You're actually right. They can't do it properly.
But yeah, it's just one of those things that you think, oh, China, they're manufacturers. They're a country of manufacturers, and yet, like I said, they haven't been able to access the pandemic. COVID started in China, apparently, and it hasn't progressed from having COVID. It should have been. It should have been up there with, we need to try to find a solution. We need to find a vaccine. We need to find treatments. It should have been, and it hasn't been. But it's kind of like in my perception, and I think in a lot of people's perception.
The thing is that their policy is zero COVID. It's not gonna happen because it's mutating all the time. It's not gonna happen. It's something like the flu that we're going to have to live with for years and years to come. And you cannot keep a population locked up for years.
Yeah, no, agreed. Agreed. And so does this mean that they're not letting people into the country or out of the country? I guess it must do.
I don't honestly know, Trace, to be fair, but people that are there, like you say, they're still in lockdowns on loads of major cities. White and Micky, yeah. White and Micky.
That should be Green and Micky. Green.
Say what?
Mickey. That should be Green and Micky. Green, Micky.
Yeah.
China got rid of foreigners. Yeah, I thought he'd spelt it wrong, but he's on it now. He's drinking it now, so his eyes aren't seeing it right. China got rid of foreigners last year, fearing influence. Oh, so they're not allowing. So they're basically like they've had their own Brexit. Like what would it be? Chexit. There you go. They've locked out foreigners.
Mind you, I mean, years ago, going back bloody decades now, they were a closed country years ago, weren't they? And over the past decades, they've opened up, and now they've shut down again. So they do fear around. I can see a revolution coming up, to be honest. I can't fucking speak. I must have Steve's teeth in tonight.
Oh, you're drinking what he's drinking.
No, tea. I'm on tea.
Here you go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, bleh.
Oh, fuck off. Put them back in your gob.
Put you off your tea. They probably do fear revolution, and this
Don't
may
say
be.
I don't ever send you anything. I'll put you my teeth.
This is what I was saying about how it may well be. It might be interesting to see how this develops, because you never know. This might be the thing that breaks the Chinese population to actually do something about it. Opinion on Russia?
Well, they're not doing very well. What more do I need to say? I watched a very interesting YouTube video yesterday on their equipment and their body armor. That over the past few years, billions and billions have been misappropriated by the oligarchs. Their body armor is stuffed with either foam or cardboard instead of steel plate.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly believe I was reading on the BBC website 3 different scenarios about how Ukraine can win this, and my favourite scenario is that Putin's own side do him in.
Yeah.
Don't just overthrow him, but kill him, and I think that's coming. I think that is coming. I think that's what we're going to see, that Putin will be overthrown. But I'm actually quite. I always thought
if he's assassinated, I think that there might be a lot of infighting going on the streets and whatever over there.
Yeah. Because some of them love him.
Because who's going to replace him?
Yeah.
There's so many different factions over there that who's going to replace him? I mean, he's a nutcase, but do you replace him with another nutcase?
Yeah. I can see, actually. I can see.
Because he's now on about bringing in another 2 million. Well, he can't even equip. He's telling the people turning up to bring their own equipment with them, for fuck's sake.
Including women, no? Including women. It's not just men now. He's recruiting women too.
Yeah.
I can see, actually, that if he did get done in by his own, that what would go out as news would be, see, we told you he was suffering from cancer and that's what he's died of. Do you know what? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than Putin's been assassinated, it'd be Putin died peacefully of Parkinson's or something like that. So, but yeah, I've just got to keep an eye, keep up.
I actually saw a clip a little while ago. As you know, I'm ex-forces, so I watch a lot on what they call his Forces Network, and there's a picture of one of their soldiers surrendering to a drone, which I found quite odd. What can a fucking drone do? Well, it can shoot him, I know.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be one of these. One of the mercenary companies they've got over there.
Oh, I don't know. That's interesting. Sorry, what Nate just said. Zenit St. Petersburg played Spartak Moscow yesterday football, and it all kicked off 6 red cards. So,
rumours that the FSB is going to kill Lukashenko. Well,
Lukashenko is a prison, isn't it?
No, he's the president of Belarus.
Is he?
Who
Okay.
We've already had the foreign minister of Belarus, isn't it? Who's been done.
Yeah, but he's actually sided with Putin, hasn't he? But I think Putin expected him to let his troops go through Belarus and enter Ukraine from a different angle, but that never happened. So I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. And I can see For Walton Bleach has got the headline there. There we go. Putin died a manly death, falling off his bear with his last moments in the arms of Steven Seagal. All a while alongside Steve blows my cleavage up.
It don't need blowing up. There's plenty of it already. Thank you, Tracy.
No, look, he's pointing his.
Smoking hot.
He's pointing his piece at my cleavage.
You're actually right, Andrew. He doesn't want to use the Belarus army, but I thought that Putin expected him to let his troops through Belarus and into Ukraine by the back door, so to speak.
I'm on the ball with the graphics this time. We're actually talking about it, and I'm there. I'm on the ball with the graphics this time, so I'm a bit better now.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but some of the stuff. I mean, even America said that Ukraine would fold within 4 to 5 days, and now what are we on? When did it happen? February, I think. February. So what?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the ultimate thing. I think that Putin's going to go. But I'm hoping that Ukraine captures back. I'm hoping Ukraine actually captures back Crimea. That would be good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think they've got to take the lot.
Yeah.
Take the lot. I mean, Putin obviously lied. He said that he'd be welcomed into these places. Well, I don't know if you saw the pictures of, was it Kherson, was it, that they just recently liberated?
Yeah.
And the joy that the people were showing there and yet Putin was telling his people that apparently they had a referendum of people in Kherson and 87% said they wanted to be Russian. Well, that's funny. That's funny because they were lying in the street flying a fucking flag of bloody Ukraine.
As low as 87%. I'm surprised it was that low.
Anyway, I'm disappointed that we've lost our cock.
Same. Lost our mascot cock.
Matt's gone. He came
we had a mascot who was a giant cock. We called him Matt. Now the Americans won't understand that at all. But anybody British will understand why we had a cock as a mascot called Matt. But he came third in I'm a Z-list celebrity. Get me some exposure.
Americans might actually know about I'm a Celebrity because it is a worldwide phenomenon thingy reality show.
It's shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's any good. I'm just saying that Americans may well know about the program, or the franchise, shall I say? And Matt Hancock what was he? He's a politician now, and he was our health secretary. Yeah, exactly. Steve's doing he was our health secretary. Then he was our foreign secretary. I can't remember what it was, but basically under his health secretary leadership, there was millions of people died of COVID, and he was found out to be shagging
millions.
Huh?
Not millions.
Oh, hundreds of thousands or something. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of a naught. But during lockdown, where we weren't allowed to see the people who were dying, our friends and family who were dying, he was shagging his personal secretary or something, his aide or something. So he's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace to us. And he went into I'm a Celebrity, into the jungle camp, and he came third. And so while he was in there, we had a mascot cock called Matt. I'm happy to say.
I think he should be sacked as an MP.
Oh, he's been sacked. Good.
No, I said I think he should be sacked.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
He's lost the whip, the Tory whip. Not that means fuck all, but...
Well,
but while he's been jolly gallivanting around in the Australian jungle for the past 4 weeks or whatever, who's been representing his constituents?
Yep.
Oh, look, it looks as if I'm patting Steve on the head.
Oh, bless. Yeah, I think that potentially they might give him the whip back once he's out of the jungle. Now that he's out of the jungle, because he's obviously not allowed to have it while he's in there.
That doesn't excuse the fact that who has been represented, his people. Well, there are people with issues. I mean, we're in the middle of a somewhat of a crisis at the minute with the fuel bills, energy bills, everything's going up. We're in double figures for inflation. And there are a lot of people in his constituency who will be wanting his help. And how the fuck can he help it while he's stuffing fucking kangaroo bollocks down his neck?
Yeah, I agree.
We're droning. Oh no!
Oh, blimey. Oh, is it coming towards? It's gone towards you. Is it about to fly towards me now? I don't know.
It's blowing. That blew up Steve's head. Oh dear.
But yeah.
That brings another meaning to smoke gets in your eyes, doesn't it?
Well, one thing I am glad about was that the woman footballer won, or the ex-woman. Not ex-woman. Yeah. She is woman ex-footballer. She won, and I wanted her to win. I didn't want Matt Hancock to get this far. He should have been out after all the trials and everything. Once it got down to people voting.
If he rubs my head, he gets a hard on.
I'm just looking.
Well, that'll be first in fucking several years.
Or for you Americans, right? If he rubs my head, he gets wood. Get it? He gets wood.
Woo. So yeah, people should not have kept him in until to come third. It should have been that he should have been right at the bottom of the list of people voting and things. So I'm surprised that he came third. So
we don't
so what do you guys want to talk about? Look, I as I said, we're on Spotify now as a podcast, and I've said that we're audience driven. So you guys are the audience. You guys are the audience. Thank you very much for Walton Bleach. They're not actually gifts. They're actually called Mogurts. These things.
Hi, Alex. Welcome home.
That's what they're called. They're called Mogurts. Motion graphic templates. There you go. Okay, Alex. Yeah, because I want to talk to you. Because I want to get you back on Saturday this week, if you can. If you don't mind, Alex. You make a good guest. You've certainly got a good perspective on cheese. Alex is from the States. Alex is from Honolulu. And he comes on as a guest on occasion. So he's a good guest. And if any of you want to come on as a guest, we'll have you on. We can have you on as audio. We can have you on as video, but we can have you on as audio only as well. So you can come on and you can chat to us that way. Anyway, they're not called gifts for Walton Bleach, but thank you very much. They're actually called motion graphics templates, or in the business, Mogurts for short. So I just thought I'd share that with you. They're a bit more than gifts. And they're very complicated to do as well. It takes me a bit of time to do them in After Effects from when we change the subject to suddenly doing it. But yeah, that's they're called Mogurts. So when you hear technical dickheads like me talking about Mogurts, you'll know what we're talking about now. Yeah, prison sandwich cheese. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm just reading now, and it's going back. There's a bit of a video here that I'm watching from the BBC. One of their journalists was arrested and beaten
So they should be. They're appalling.
While covering the COVID lockdown protests in Shanghai.
Yeah. And that's terrible.
Yeah, it is, yeah. There's video of me, there's 4 of them sort of jumped on him.
Do you know what? That's possibly what Sunak was referring to when he said about it goes against our values. And yeah, he's correct in that respect. So
Yeah,
carry on, Micky, sorry.
Sorry, that's just going back to something we were talking about earlier. That's just cropped up a little news story. Yeah.
No, sorry, I thought you were going to carry on reading some bits out. I'm just
No.
I did read about that, and to be honest, BBC journalists, the quality of journalism on the BBC, especially with the superlatives that I use just lately, makes me laugh. I mean, I was watching a video report the other day. Oh, and there have been calls for this to happen. But when they say there have been calls for this to happen, right, it casts this image of a mob demanding what's going to happen. It's not.
Yeah.
It's Agnes next door saying, well, I think we should get that done.
Yeah.
You know. Or the other phrase that I like, he's been named locally. The fucking gossips have said that's who it is.
Yeah, Doris next door, yeah.
You know, it's you know, you don't get a free pass in somebody's backyard. You're absolutely right, lack of choices. We're coming back to what we were saying earlier. Our Prime Minister's moaning that China doesn't respect our values. Well, it won't. It's another country. They've got their own values to respect. So it's a bit strange, all this thing. But yeah, you don't get a free pass in other people's backyards.
I'll get him to what you're saying about journalism, Steve. It's not just the BBC. It's the whole fucking gamut of them.
Oh.
The whole lot. They're all the freaking same.
Did you say gamut? Did you just use the word gamut?
Down. Huh?
I like the word gamut. That's a good one.
Did you just say gamut?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What?
I thought you had no breeding and no intelligence.
I don't.
And you just use the word like gamut. You have all the Americans going, fuck, that's gamut, mate.
It's like gammon, isn't it?
Yeah, they're Googling it now.
Neephead says somebody ran onto the pitch today waving a rainbow flag and wearing a T-shirt with Iran and Ukraine messages. Doubt they'll ever be seen again. Now, I didn't know about the T-shirt.
I saw it. I've just actually seen that picture, Neep. I've just actually scrolled past it, actually.
Actually, if you can see in our title, it says World Cup and there's a rainbow flag next to it. That's deliberate. We've been talking about World Cup the whole time, but tonight I wanted to specifically mention that. So thank you, Neep. I saw on Twitter like the explosion of everyone going, oh yeah, death penalty, and yeah, you just worry that this is going to be Qatar making an example of somebody.
Speaking of the World Cup, what about Morocco and Belgium?
Didn't see. I'm not
2-0. Belgium were the favourites going into the cup.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to say, is that good? Because I've not been watching anything.
Morocco are like, you know, Morocco are so far down, right? They're lower than a cattle rut. They're lower than a snake's bollocks in a cattle rut in Hampstead Heath Underground Station. Right?
Right.
That's how low Mexico are down on the rankings. And they've just beaten the world's top team 2-0.
Right. I've got you now.
Have you not seen the riots going on in Belgium?
Yes, and Holland.
Yeah, have you not seen the riots?
What got to do with Holland? I don't know. What the hell has got to do with Holland?
The Dutch just came out with the Belgians. The Dutch just came out in sympathy. Yes, Alex, Morocco beat Belgium 2-0. Yeah, he placed a bet. I can't believe this World Cup. It's been a World Cup of surprises. That one I never saw coming. I mean, by Christ, it could well be that Wales will beat England tomorrow. And I don't think in the recorded history of football, Wales has ever beaten England. Ever.
Not in 58 years. I was looking at it earlier. 58 years since they last beat us.
I'm half rooting for Wales to beat us because, judging by
as long as it's only 1-0 or 2-0, I don't mind because we'll still go through.
Yeah, but judging by the way we played the other day, I would really quite happily watch Wales beat us.
But did you see Southgate's bloody pre-match press conference? He's going on as if nothing's happened.
I love the way he said, were they booing us? Well, of course they fucking... What else would they be booing?
What the fuck were they booing?
What else were they booing? No other teams were playing. Of course they're booing you, you dickhead. Yes, Alex. 2-0. Belgium beaten by Morocco 2-0. Are there any more surprises this World Cup could possibly throw up?
Oh, look,
2-0.
Neat supporting Wales because they hate the fucking English.
Yeah, I know. Every one of my Scottish friends wants Wales to win tomorrow.
Fucking jocklish twat.
Yeah, they only want Wales to win because they don't want England to win.
Obviously, I'm going to be watching the England-Wales match tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I'm going to
7
have
o'clock
to,
tomorrow.
at half-time, I'm going to have to go and watch like the catch-up for the Iran and USA one because that's playing exactly the same time.
Yeah, you get the half-time.
I wanted that to be earlier in the day. Watch that earlier in the day, then watch England and Wales in the evening. But I want to know who goes through from our group. And I'm going to have to watch really quickly on fast forward in half time.
If Iran get a draw with the USA, they'll go through as second place.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, you're right, Alex. Morocco, right? They are lower than a snake's balls in the Marianas Trench. That's how low in the ranking Morocco are, and they beat Belgium. And like Micky said, there's been riots in Belgium, and Holland have come out in sympathy.
It's absolutely crazy.
I know. Crazy. Belgium were the favourites to win. It's just like unbelievable that result happened, Al. It's just an amazing result. It's been a World Cup of Argentina getting beaten, Germany getting beaten. You know, it's just been a World Cup of surprises. Wales drawing with United States. Who would have seen that? Who would have seen that coming? You know. The only one that I could guarantee would happen is Qatar would not qualify out of the group. That was the only certainty that you could have bet money on and won. You carry on. Musk is having a row with Apple at the moment.
I don't know about it. You said it, so I didn't know that he was having a row with Apple.
He's having a row with Apple at the moment. He's on Twitter telling everybody how Apple have put a 30% tax on everything people buy through the Apple Store, and all of the app developers that go on to Apple iTunes. Have you got hot rock burns there, Micky?
Have I got what?
Oh, never mind. You don't know what hot rock burns are, do you?
No.
I do.
No, I know. I do as well. Micky, you're a little innocent at times. Be grateful for that.
That's why we love him.
Yeah. And I'm not being rude when I say that. You are an innocent there. You are virginal there. If you don't know what hot rock burns are, be grateful for that, all right?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying it's a secret tax. I'm telling you what Musk is saying. Musk is saying it's a secret tax. He's on Twitter having a row with Apple. I know it's not a secret tax. I won't buy anything
Apple. I won't buy anything. I don't want anything Apple. I never have wanted anything Apple.
I won't buy anything Apple.
Because I do not want to be tied into the Apple fucking, you got to use their Apple Store. You got to use this and that. I'm quite happy using fucking other things other than Apple.
I tell you what, when you buy like an Android phone or an Android tablet or something like that, that always comes preloaded with, or often, not always, but often comes preloaded with lots of Google products.
Yeah.
And my brother does not do Apple. He does Samsung and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got Samsung.
Whenever he gets one of these devices,
I have as well.
The first thing he does is strip them of all the Google crap. Yeah. And of all the like Windows accessories, he strips them clean because he doesn't want all that stuff on there.
It's called bloatware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of pre-built PCs come with a load of bloatware as well.
Yeah.
Mine did, yeah.
And that is the first thing that he does is he strips it all out because he does IT. I don't know, I can't do all this stuff, but he strips it all out because he doesn't want all to be tied to all these things that are trying to sell him products and stuff. But having said that, he wouldn't buy Apple.
I won't buy Apple for a different reason.
Oh.
I won't buy Apple because in the late 1980s, like 1990s, I was earning an absolute fortune. I was earning 4 times national wage. I was earning 35k a year when the national wage was 16k a year in 1990. 35k a year, which is probably the equivalent of 120k now. And I was very well off because I was a printer. I was a unionised printer. And then the Apple Mac came along with a program called Quark Express, and within 10 years they completely decimated the printing industry. Completely decimated it. So I will never buy an Apple product for that reason. And as time has gone on, and my kids have bought Apple products, and I've had a look at them, I've suddenly realised they're actually still using last century's technology. They are so far behind the curve, it is unbelievable. That I couldn't believe that when I found out the other day, they still don't have USB charging technology. Although that's changed by law now in Europe, hasn't it? But not in the UK.
It's
not in Europe.
Thunderbird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Thunderbird.
It's
I can't
Thunderbird.
believe they don't have.
I know I said I wouldn't buy any Apple i products or anything like that, but I did buy my missus one for last Christmas. It was an Iron.
Oh, took me a moment there.
Sorry.
And I bet she, I bet she brained you for buying her an Iron.
If I bought her an Iron for Christmas, mate, she'd fucking brain me, all right?
What is it? I also discovered they've got no headphone sockets on them.
No, you got to buy these.
You got to buy the iPods, yeah. And I thought, what? You got to buy their special chargers. You've got to buy the iPods. You've got to buy the downloads only from the Apple Tunes store. You can't get them anywhere else.
Yeah.
At least I can sideload Android APKs. I'm not tied into Google. I mean, Huawei have fallen out with Google. Google won't stock any Huawei apps, so Huawei have got their own app store. I can download from Huawei's app store. In fact, I do, because the app for my watch is downloaded from Huawei's app store. You can't sideload anything on Apple. You're completely tied in with Apple. And the technology is like miles behind Android. I can't believe that they still don't have phones with batteries that don't last 4 days. It's just unbelievable.
If anyone's got one of the earlier generations of iPods, they're actually worth money now because they stop being produced, so they're becoming more rare. I can't remember how long ago it was, 10, 15 years ago that they produced them. I can't remember. No, hang on. Yeah, something like that. So if you've now got any of the earlier generations of iPods, there were so many of them at the time that they were expensive to buy, but they were worth nothing secondhand. But now they're becoming worth something because you can't get hold of new ones anymore. So there you go. Just letting you guys know if you've got any Apple products lying around.
E-waste. E-waste,
Yeah.
That's all they are. E-waste.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm changing the subject. I just bought myself a propelling pencil on eBay, not on Amazon.
A self-propelling pencil.
Propelling pencil. You fill it with lead and you press the top and it puts out a new bit of lead when you need it. It's, a bit of lead in your pencil.
I had one of them in school.
Yeah, I've got a couple here. And Alex says, almost got my computer ready. So is this a brand spanking new, like, custom build? I'm getting excited because I do love a nice new custom build.
And the reason I've got a propelling pencil is because I've been building some storage for my model making in wood. And I keep having to mark bits out on the wood. And I just haven't got a pencil. So I thought I'll get a propelling pencil. I was quite surprised how cheap they were. When I was at school, they were quite expensive. And only the posh kids have them. But now the careful, Micky. Careful.
Come out the other side in a minute.
Yeah, careful.
Better. I can hear now.
Yeah, all the posh kids would be. Do you want my hearing aids? There you go. Look.
I'll borrow the wife's when she gets hers.
When did you to get them?
Well, I don't know. When did we go? A fortnight ago, and they said it 5 weeks. So she might get them just before Christmas. We're just waiting for a letter, basically.
You go and collect them and wrap them up with a little bow. Happy Christmas, my darling. And it turns out to be.
Yeah, here's your new iPod. Your iFucking pods or whatever they call them.
Yeah, just right.
Hearing aids, Micky. They call them hearing aids.
Right, with a Sharpie on them.
Yeah, but I'll wrap them up and call it. Here's your new iPods for next year.
Oh.
Actually, that might be.
I'd be on stream in the new year if I did that.
Actually, you joking about that, right? My hearing aids are Bluetooth.
Yeah, so you should be able to hook up to your phone.
They are hooked up to my phone.
Oh, that's ideal.
So I can. It's rather funny, really, because I can have telephone calls in them, and I can watch movies in them. And it was rather funny in the hospital because when I was having my chemotherapy last Friday, I was on a telephone call, and everybody else in the room was looking at me like I was mad. Because you can't see my hearing aids. They don't look like iPods when they're in my ear, with little things hanging out. So they thought I was talking to myself. And then the nurses kept coming in and talking to me, and I'm sitting there watching. I've actually been watching Star Wars, and I was watching Star Wars, and I said, "Hang on, I've got to stop this." "Oh, you're watching a film? Yeah." "How are you hearing it?" "My hearing." And my new TV, you know, I've got a new TV because my old TV went wrong.
Yeah.
My new TV's Bluetooth.
Oh,
Did you,
so you don't need...
Was the second one all right, or was that damaged too?
No, second one was absolutely perfect. Second one was absolutely perfect. First one, you said about Samsung products, right? The first one was a Samsung.
Neve's got a question for you.
Did you accidentally stream Pornhub to anybody else wearing hearing aids? Not accidentally, no. They actually paid me to do it. They actually paid me. The first one was a Samsung. It wasn't Samsung's fault. It just arrived damaged.
Yeah.
But I looked at returning it, and they didn't have that was the last Samsung they had in stock. And I just happened to notice that for the same price, I could have got an even bigger LG, a 65-inch LG. So we had the 65-inch LG delivered a couple of days later, and that's been in and working all week, except when it arrived, the remote control wasn't working.
Alex want to come in? He's ready to come in.
Okay, I'll call him up. I did say for Saturday, but I'll call you up, Alex. I'll try and get the conversation. If it echoes, Alex, we'll have to end it and restart again.
Welcome and hello, Alex.
Hey, aloha, guys.
Yes, hello, Alex. I was planning on having you on Saturday, but never mind. We've worked it out now. That I know how many people I can get on stream, and others can see the technology where we get things on screen. So, Alex, tell us about your version of the World Cup.
Primarily what we've been doing is just making. I've been to the Middle East before, and primarily making fun of the rules for gutter and people not understanding that gutter has their own rules and that you've got to follow their rules. And so that's primarily what's been the big talking points here is, how did you know that you couldn't do that in that other people's country? And then, you know, people like getting out in the middle of the night or having to run away because they got in trouble over there. Beyond that, it's just, yeah, because soccer is one of those.
Did he just say soccer?
He did.
Okay.
Did he just say soccer?
Football for you guys.
Okay,
well, I got you, because football to us is completely, you know, we can touch football with our hands versus, you know, not being able to touch it with anything but your feet. So,
right,
our football and yours.
Just to clarify this, right? We play football because we play it with our feet and a ball. You play hand-egg.
Yep.
Because you play it with your hands and an egg. All right? So, we don't know what soccer is. The soccer, we don't know what it is. It's called football here because it's played with a foot on a ball, okay? Just to clarify that.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And then it came here, you know, I have to say, it's kind of like croissants and the French in the U.S. They brought over the croissants. We cut it in half and made a croissant.
It's not croissants. It's croissants.
So what did they?
Well, yeah, but for us it was croissant-wich. It just, yeah, we took it, cut it in half, and put some bacon and some eggs, and it was like, okay.
You know, I don't even know why I'm on this call, because I've got nothing come up on bloody Skype that I'm here.
Oh, I can see you.
I can see you and hear you.
I can see you too.
Yeah, but I've got nothing on Skype to tell me that
Yeah,
I didn't get a call or anything.
Button. But I was going to say, one of the most delicious sandwiches that you can have is a croissant with ham and cheese, but the croissant has to be warm. And so when you put the ham and cheese in it, the cheese goes very slightly soft. And that is delicious. But that's the only way that I would have it as a sandwich. But
I need to know, do Americans have sex with bagels?
With bagels?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
randomness.
Depends on what she's wearing at the time. I mean, I'm just saying, if she wants to put on a set of bagels, we can call it a date. I mean, you just got to learn how to keep them on like pasties.
Yeah.
You know, a little cream cheese, a little bit of, you know, yeah, why not?
That's confused me.
I think think bagels.
Can you hear? Hang on, can you hear anything, Micky?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Yeah.
Can you not work with that?
Well, yeah, I can work with that. I just wonder why I've got nothing.
I don't know why I can't. Without resetting the call, I don't know.
No, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I can work with it, but it's just threw me a bit. That was all.
Yeah, I can imagine it would do. One thing I want to ask, Alec, is during the England, just before the England USA match, right? A lot of the Americans, and I really don't mean to be offensive about your countrymen, but some of them have just totally fucking lost all grip on reality, right? They really have lost all grip on reality. They're making it out to be like the Second War of Independence, right? It's like 1776 all over again. You know, and it's like get a grip. It's a fucking football match, all right? But they were making, in fact, people turned up at the football match dressed like George Washington, right?
Yes.
You know, and I thought that was crazy. And I thought, you know, that is a nation that has lost all grip on reality. But I want to ask, right? Iran are an ancient old enemy of yours. How's the Iran match viewed over there?
Honestly, it's mostly everybody just kind of looks at the match as like, okay, it's there. Everybody now is mostly just watching the issues having to do with actually what's going on in Iran with the like the female what is it called, the feminist right movement, there's hair cutting and then taking off the hijabs, and that one's kind of been it. I know there's been a little bit of like talk on some of the blogs for the pro-feminist movements about, you know, Iran and I guess, what was it, like you guys said, the guy or person that ran onto the field or something. Beyond that, it's because European football over here it's kind of a niche sport, I guess, for us. Yeah. So you only get some people that actually watch it. I catch it occasionally just for I follow rugby more because being Samoan, rugby is kind of, that's my thing. So but yeah, no, I mean, if you think that the UK versus the US in the FIFA's bad, you should see American football games between some of our big rivals. Like, literally, they just, even our NFL teams, I mean, fist fights in the stadiums. One team loses, they go out in the town, they, you know, wreck up a couple of things. You know, just good fun.
I have seen a few of your hand-egg games, and to be honest, Alex, I want to hang myself about halfway through because of all the commercial breaks.
Oh yeah, always. But that's who pays for it. Advertising is how we get most of our the money to keep the shows running here, and our sports is definitely advertised out.
What country is Iran? Where in the world is Iran?
Next to Iraq, between Iraq and Afghanistan.
Where's Iraq? Micky, have you ever heard of those countries, Iran and Iraq?
Oh, yes. We cannot speak about how other people say things. Especially
it's Iran and Iraq.
Yeah, but they're not English. Iran and Iraq are not English themselves.
Even the Iranians say it's Iran. And they should fucking know it's their country.
I've not asked an Iranian how to.
Yeah, but see, you got to think, I am the worst possible dictation, possibly speaking English person in the world.
No,
I'm Samoan.
All Americans call it Iran.
And I mean, I'm lucky, and on top of that, public schools. I'm lucky I can count most days.
Even George Bush, who didn't understand there were two A's in America, called it Iran.
American.
Yeah, but you got to give him a little bit of. You got to give George Bush a little bit of a leeway. I mean, he did a lot of cocaine.
He pronounced America Merkin.
Well, yeah, but if you do that much cocaine in your life, you're gonna have.
I love the way that he used to pronounce tourists, because he would be saying American tourists, and it would come out as Merkin terrorists.
Oh yeah, yep. I mean, come on, it was him. You know, gotta have a kinder and gentler drone strike. We just gotta do it.
Look at what Naped's put. Can you see that, Micky?
was the other one that we used to make?
Do you see that, Al?
Which
Yeah,
one?
Iran is the new fucking Apple
Yeah,
running
he's an Apple,
shoes,
yeah.
isn't it? The new Apple running shoes, Iran.
Even in Iran and Iraq, right? They pronounce their countries Iran and Iraq, and they should fucking know. They live there, right? They pronounce them correctly.
I'm not sure that they do, because I don't know how they say them in fucking Arabic.
They don't speak Arabic there, do they?
Persian. Iran is Persian.
Persian.
Yeah,
Persian.
Persian.
Persian or
Yep.
Shiite or whatever.
Well, yes, people know the Shiite.
Or Sunni, you know. At least they speak there. I don't know. I've never been there, and I don't want to go there. It's full of sand.
No, mate.
Right? I'm not circumcised, and countries that are full of sand frighten me.
Yeah, there's a lot of sand. I've been to Iraq, haven't been there, and it's a lot of sand.
And when you're not circumcised, that's a worry. There's a nudist beach on Tenerife called Mas Palmas.
That's
it's got sand dunes. That's sand dunes.
Dunes, down the dunes.
Yeah, and you really when you want to be a nudist and get your kit off, that really worries you when you see that amount of sand. You need to be circumcised,
Neep
right?
has a point. Neep has a point. Don't hump the ground, Woody.
It drags on the ground.
Well, you know,
When
we have a song about that.
Right? When you see those footsteps on the sand on a nudist beach with 2 feet and then a drag line in the middle, that's me.
No, that's you dragging your breadstick ready for your ham and cheese baguette later. Oh dear.
It's good to have you on, Alex. Did you enjoy your vacation? Because we have holidays here. You have vacations, don't you?
Well, they're always pretty
actually,
vacant, aren't they, the Americans? So, I mean...
Pretty vacant, yeah.
You know, I didn't get eaten by a crocodile. I was kind of happy about that.
Where'd you go? Florida?
You know, it wasn't bad. Yeah, I went on the Veterans Outward Bound program.
Oh, cool.
So they took a whole bunch of us, a whole bunch of combat vets and a couple instructors, and we went out and we pretended like we were 19 years old and running around the marshes and the what is it called? The mangroves, like we were 19 again.
Were you naked?
Yeah, I wish I could run like I was 19 again.
Were you naked?
Oh yeah, well no, but I did get a crap in a bucket out in the middle of nowhere and had a raccoon come and look at me while I was taking a poop, and I was kind of happy that he just decided that today was not the day to try to kick my ass. He just kind of walked up, he looked at me and was like, "What's up?" and just walked away. And I was like,
the aroma. Probably the fucking aroma that they thought you was a skunk.
Something. Yeah, you know those trash can pandas are no joke, man. They are big and they're mean.
Yeah.
We don't have them here. We wouldn't know. The most dangerous animal we have here is a fox.
Yeah.
And they're just like stupid. They throw themselves at vehicles.
Or a cat.
Oh, no, muntjac deers, they throw themselves at vehicles.
Hey, you guys have badgers?
Yeah, we have badgers. They can
not
be
so
quite
much
nasty.
now though. They're a lot rarer than they were, thanks to
because they keep culling them.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally against, to be fair.
I am as well.
But apparently they give cows bloody diseases. Apparently.
Did not know
we have
that.
muntjac deers here, which throw themselves at vehicles as well.
Oh, fucking do they? Huh?
Yeah.
Suicidal fucking maniacs they are.
I'd say rats are probably more dangerous because of the fact that you can catch various stuff from them, and there's so many of them. The sheer amount of rats, you know, apparently
you're never further than 20 foot from a rat.
I think it's something in London. It's something like 2 meters, something mad like that. And I've seen people, you know, like when you watch YouTube and that, who do mudlarking, still like digging around and like excavating things. And you've got to be so careful. They've said that there's diseases that you can catch just from handling things that a rat has peed across.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's not just the one rat. You've got a whole colonization of rats. So rats are probably the most dangerous thing in our country. Wild rats, obviously, sewer rats. Oh,
we still got bears.
Yeah, go on.
Yep. Like in the U.S., we still got bears. The good part in Hawaii, we have wild boar, we have mouflon,
Neat.
goat, and then
Do you know, Alex?
yeah,
I saw a moose, and I'd never realised how fucking big them things were.
yeah,
They're massive.
yep, they are. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those when I was back in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, those in elk. Elk's another one that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. We ain't got as big a problem as the Canadians. I heard the Canadians in Alaska, they got a real big problem with them on the highways.
The elks, yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of. I guess if you're that big, unless you're a 18-wheeler heavy truck, you're pretty much you own the road.
Yeah.
Your Tesla's not gonna.
Well, what?
Moose
Must
versus
weigh
Tesla.
half a ton. Must weigh
Yeah.
at least that. Probably more. And my little,
Oh yeah, huge.
my little car hitting that, I think probably come off second best.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, even my truck, I seen them beat up a couple of. I mean, I was kind of surprised that you can go on the like the Department of Transportation website and see all the like the moose accidents and stuff. And I was kind of surprised how like much damage some of those vehicles get. And I was like, okie dokie. And they're like, and the moose walked away. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I had that with a monk jack when it hit my bloody Seat. It got up, shrugged, and walked off. And they're only about like 3 foot tall. Huh? I still have to look up to them because I ain't very big myself. But but yeah, it just got up, smashed my bloody brand new car, smashed the bumper, the fog light, and just looked at me and sort of ran off. Oh, yeah, fucking little bastard, come here.
Hey, see, that was me and you. Except I was on the shitter when that happened, when he just looks at you like, "What's up, yo?" And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you win.
Oh, bastard.
That sounds like Steve is rustling. He's getting his French breadstick out, isn't he?
No, I'll explain it when I come back.
He's playing with his French stick, did you say?
Yeah, yeah.
Tracy, don't do that. Do that again.
See, it's my
You're
big
doing
gun.
this. Yeah.
It was my big gun. Listen, it takes
There you go.
skills to do that at the same time.
Yes, ma'am, it does.
See what Neep said.
Scotsman goes to Canada, sees a man with a big gun hunting a moose. You need that big gun for hunting a moose? Jeez, how big are your cats?
I will explain the rustling. I will explain the rustling in a second, but can I just confirm, Al, did I mishear you when you said you had a problem with Canadians throwing themselves under 18-wheelers?
No, mooses.
Oh, okay.
The moose,
Yeah.
mooses.
Moose.
Loose.
The plural of
Yeah, the
moose is
moose.
moose.
Yeah.
The plural of moose is moose.
Them and elk. Yeah, them and elk. I mean, they'll tear up a car like nothing. I've seen them tear up a couple of good-sized trucks, like my full-size trucks.
Yeah, to explain the rustling, Tracy, some of my waste is infectious waste, like my syringes. I've got to inject myself with syringes twice a day. And I've got other dressings that I have to use, which I can't throw out. It's illegal for me to throw them out in the domestic trash. So they've got to go in tiger stripe bags.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And I get a special collection once a week of the tiger stripe waste. And I have a reminder come up to remind me, because he comes once a morning on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And if I haven't got my tiger stripe waste out, he knocks on the door and wakes me up. So that's where I just suddenly went to get all my tiger stripe waste to do it, because a lot of these things that I've got in the house, they're deadly poisonous, and they cannot be thrown out in the domestic waste. It's one of the things that people with cancer don't actually talk about. You know, it's some of the problems they have, and I have to separate my waste because it's actually illegal to throw it out in ordinary waste. I get a special collection once a week.
Okay, cool.
And it gets incinerated. So I just thought I'd mention that. There you go. She's nodding. He knows exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I've had family members with cancer before, and they give us actually the bio bags, and you take them to the hospital.
Yeah, well, I'm fucked if I'm taking a bio bag to the hospital. It's full of infectious shit. I don't want to catch anything. So I get it collected. I get it collected instead once a week. Initial does it. A company called Initial, which I think are an American company.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here, I mean, the funny part is if it is an American company, which is really funny because they'll collect it over there with you, but they won't collect it here for us.
It's the law.
Probably because you guys actually
It's
pay
the
for
law
it.
here, I
Huh?
think. It's the law here. Because I cannot dispose
well,
of
here
it.
the laws are 57 plus 1 plus 1 plus, what? Yeah, because there's so many different jurisdictions, so many different states, so many different everything. It just kind of, everybody just kind of goes, eh.
Yeah, we haven't got any of that shit. We've got one jurisdiction, one state. Lots of police forces, but they all use the same rules. But I think it's the law here. I can't chuck it out in domestic waste because a lot of our domestic waste goes to landfill. And that's the reason you can't throw infectious waste out, because my waste will be infectious for many years to come. It's not only, well, they call it infectious waste. It's not infectious waste. It's psychotoxic waste. Because all the, I mean, when I had my chemotherapy, for instance, one of the drugs they give me is a drug called doxorubicon. And if you Google it, it's got the nickname of the Red Devil because it's bright red. And what it happens is for 2 days afterwards, you piss bright red. All right? While the drug's working its way through your system, and you can't use an ordinary toilet because it doesn't break down in water. So you have to dispose of it in the infectious waste.
Oh, right, because of course, otherwise you will be poisoning the waterways.
Exactly. So it's
not like it goes down your toilet and then there's some sort of scientist at the bottom going, let's just strip this of the of the toxics. It goes right into our sewage system and into the waterways.
It's not doxorubicon. I forget the name of the drug, but it's that. But no, I can't dispose of it in the I can't dispose of it in an ordinary toilet. It's like I had a PET scan on Monday last week. I can't use an ordinary toilet after having a PET scan because of the radioactive sugar in my body. So I have to dispose of it. It's a legal requirement here that I dispose of my infectious waste, which it's not infectious. It's psychotoxic. I mean, one of the drugs has a warning on it: do not administer any other method other than a PICC line, otherwise terminal issues will occur.
Oh, wow.
That's how poisonous it is. So you can't dispose it. So that's what that rustling was, Tracy. That was me disposing of my waste.
Okay. Oh, good. That's interesting. It's just, sometimes when we hear you off cam and you're sort of rustling away or tinkling away or something, and it's me and Micky like to play guess what the hell he's up to.
Here, Micky.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening to you disposing of your waste. When I dispose of mine, it normally goes blip plop.
Blip plop.
Yeah, blip plop.
What, like
yeah.
rabbit poo?
Yeah.
Mine normally goes pop, splash.
No, yours don't do that, mate. Yours goes. You'll just splash the fucking
Mine
pan.
actually goes blub, 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 blub.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking. Huh? Talk.
Not since I've had my gallbladder out. My shit don't float now. Did you know I had to have emergency surgery a few weeks back, Alex?
Oh yeah, I do remember. I was on the Twitch when you guys had mentioned it.
I was in hospital for a different matter. My gallbladder burst while I was in hospital, which was fucking lucky. Oh my god! Oh my god! The pain of having your gallbladder burst. I can't describe what the pain was like. Indescribable. Do you know? I actually understand now. I couldn't until my gallbladder burst. I could not understand how people in the Middle Ages would go out of their mind with tortures. I couldn't grasp. But I can actually. There was a point, right, and I was in pain for 2 hours solid. No drugs would stop it. I was in pain for 2 hours solid, and I was getting close to the point where I was actually thinking that if this pain doesn't stop, I'll go out of my mind to stop it. Yeah. I can understand how people being tortured would go out of their mind. I couldn't before, but it was lucky. My gallbladder burst, but I didn't know at the time. But all the signs had been there for a year before. It's only after it happened. And one of the big signs was that every time I took a dump, it would float. So if you take a dump and your shit floats, do you use the word turd in the States?
Stick a flag in it.
Yeah, do you use the word? do you use the word turd in the States, Alex?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right, if you take a dump and your turd floats, like Micky says, stick a flag in it. Stick a Scottish flag in it and flush it down the loo, then they can get their independence. But
There you
that's
go.
the
You know, I would say, you know, the funny part is that the whole time I'd be doing that, I'd probably be yelling some stupid stuff like, "You sunk my battleship."
Exactly that.
So would Steve, and he'd probably be very proud of it.
Well, the thing is, right, when your turds float, they're very hard to flush.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've either got to
Yeah,
push them
repeat
down with the
that.
brush or cover them in tons of toilet paper. But that is the biggest sign that you've got a gallbladder problem, right? Because I mentioned about to my doctor in January. I said, "Doctor, I've got a problem that my I'm very earthy, right? I don't catch my words normally." I said, "Doctor, my shit floats." She always laughs when I talk like that. And she said, "Oh, you mean your excrement, your stools float?" I said, "Yeah, my shit floats, doctor. Why don't you talk like me?" You know, I talked to her. I said, "Oh, doctor, my cock's sore." You know, I can't use proper words. I once went out with a nurse, Janie her name was, went out with a nurse when I was in my late 20s. And she used proper words for everything. And the relationship didn't last very long because she said, "Do you want to come upstairs for sexual intercourse?"
That would totally put me off.
And she said, "Do you want to see my vagina? Can you give me your penis here and your testicles?" "What? Are you going to ejaculate?" "What? Where are you going?" "Home."
Isn't it more sexy for a nurse who would usually use like proper technical terms? Wouldn't it be more sexy for her to actually be talking dirty?
Yeah.
And you'd be thinking, yeah, you know, just like, oh yeah.
And then I had a wife that said, "Are you going to come upstairs and fuck my arse off?"
You've never had a wife who said that?
No, I've had a wife who said that.
Oh right, I thought you said I've never had a wife that said that.
No, I had a wife who said that. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get up them stairs.
You know, I hate to say it, but having been in the army, I ain't that picky. I'm like, you can speak English? Okay. Yeah, it's just like, okay.
So my doctor, I don't talk to my doctor like that, but apparently, right, I told her, and she said, "Yeah, it means your body's not processing fat." But nobody made the connection with my gallbladder until my gallbladder actually burst. And since I've had my, I love you long time $10. $20 is too expensive for America. Nobody pays $20 to be loved long time. It's $10, isn't it, Alex? $10 is the going rate. Any more than that, and it's cheaper to have a wank.
Isn't it? What? When she's saying it in the film, I thought it was $30.
No, it's love you long time. Have you not seen Good Morning Vietnam?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not Good Morning Vietnam that I saw it in. I thought it was
Oh, it was Full Metal Jacket.
Thank you. Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket was filmed entirely in the UK. You know that, don't you?
I thought the line
because
was $30.
he wouldn't leave, right? Stanley Kubrick wouldn't leave the UK.
It was filmed. It was actually filmed in my old stomping ground. I grew up in Hackney, and the London Docklands, where Full Metal Jacket was filmed, is actually where I grew up. That was my playground where I grew up. But yeah, it was funny when I found that out. It was all filmed in the UK. But if you never say Good Morning Vietnam, it's Good Morning Vietnam. It's I love you long time $10, Tracy.
Oh, it's Full Metal Jacket. Alex has just said it. I'm just looking it up to see because I thought it was $30. I genuinely thought it was $30.
That's inflation.
I remember Miss Horny, me love you long time. A $30 sucky bucky. I thought that's how it went. Calm down, guys.
I'd be asking for a refund.
Yeah. I'd be asking if I could pay by the inch.
Fucking hell.
I'll get it for $2 then.
I was going to say, pay by the inch, that cost me fuck all, would it, really? Huh? And if it's... Huh?
Right.
And if it was $1 a minute, I'd owe them 50 cents.
Her name was Papillon Susu, the actress.
Who?
The actress's name was Papillon Susu.
Probably was. That does sound like a restaurant menu item.
Papillon is French.
I like Platoon, BSE.
And it's Papillon.
Papillon. Papillon.
Yeah.
Oh, Papillon, like the prison?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the prison?
Yeah.
Yes.
Papillon, yeah.
Papillon.
But would she pronounce it papillon or would she pronounce it papillon?
Well, it was Vietnam, and pretty much they were colonised by the French before the Americans, so French was their second language. So it would be pronounced the French way, because people don't realise that about Vietnam, that they were primarily a French-speaking country.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't show you that in the Vietnam films. But they were colonised. In fact, the French were the first ones to suffer real disasters at the hands of the Vietnamese long before the Americans, and to a lesser extent, the British became involved in Vietnam. Dien Phu Phuc.
Bien.
Sorry? Dien Bien?
Yeah, Dien Bien Phu. Dien Bien Phu.
That's it, Dien Bien Phu. The French Foreign Legion got their arses kicked by the Vietnamese. And that's what actually brought the Americans into the Vietnamese War. But yeah, Vietnam was a French colony. I know that much. Yep. Platoon is a good film, Andrew. You're right, it's a good film. I know you like Bloods. I actually spoke to my partner about this the other day, Alex. I said, have you ever seen a show called Bloods? And she said, yeah, it's about paramedics, isn't it? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, what do you think? Yep. She said, it's shit.
Absolutely. And that's why I love it so much.
Shit. Nobody watches it here. Nobody.
Yeah, that's why they sent it to us.
Yeah, the only people who watch it are half Samoan Americans.
Yep.
So I was just laughing.
Pick us a winner, Micky.
I was just...
You what?
Pick us a winner, Micky.
Yeah.
I was just laughing at and responding.
Did you just pick a bogey out of your nose and put your finger in your mouth?
Probably.
That's as disgusting as me sticking my finger up my arse.
No. I didn't pick a bogey out my nose. I just put my finger in my nose.
Neephead said Tracy's been getting her best chat up lines wrong all this time. Yeah, I should have been saying $20 instead of $30.
Oh, no, $30 okay. It's inflation.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just looked up the actress Papillon Susu, and she's actually she was born in England and she's of French Chinese parentage. So it would be, you were right, Papillon.
So I'm just curious, Micky, how much was it when you were in Germany?
What?
What?
The Fräulein de Nacht.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
You've got to be careful in case your missus is listening, haven't you?
No, she's in bed.
All right, okay.
It was 20 marks.
Oh yeah, wait, hey, what year was that? Because I was there during the 80s.
75 to 1980.
Okay, so
20 to 30 marks it was.
74. Yeah, about. Yeah, it's probably about double that by the 89. 88.
It was, yeah.
Is that any holes of gold at that price?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, nah. There was around the world. It was a little bit more. That was the quick 1-2 jab and out.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
So one in the pink was quite cheap, but one in the stink is quite expensive.
And funny enough, I mean, in Brunswick, they got a street called the Brookstrasse, a bit like the Reeperbahn in, and there's a wall at either end. And I was walking down there, and there's this woman.
I'm just laughing at what need for it.
They have to be called Mark. Yeah, I'm 21. And I stopped to talk to this one, and she was Welsh. A fucking Welsh woman in the brothel down the fucking Brookstrasse in fucking Brunswick.
Can I ask, have any of you ever been to Wales?
Yes.
Have you been to Merthyr Tydfil?
Not for many years.
Okay, Merthyr Tydfil, right? To explain to you, Alex, right? Wales in the 90s and the early 2000s went into a major recession because all the businesses fucked off from Wales, right, and left them. Merthyr Tydfil was the typical barometer of Wales because they had two big massive factories there, the Hoover factory and another factory, and they packed up and went to do the Far East and left unemployment in the thousands there, and the whole town became devastated, right? It was an urban town gone wrong. When I went to Merthyr, I've got a mate in Merthyr Tydfil, Martin Jones. There's a Welsh name. Right, and prior to the COVID pandemic, I used to go down there and visit him every year. Now, Merthyr Tydfil is a bit of a, it's in the Welsh heartland, and it's a bit of a rough anti-English area, but that's not a problem because I wasn't really English when I was down there, because being with a Welsh wife, it's not a problem. But I went down there, and it's a very, very rough, deprived area. And I've got a pub there called the Wyndham Arms. Now, anybody Welsh watching this, you'll know about the Wyndham Arms. The Wyndham Arms, for a while, was widely acknowledged as the roughest pub in England. All right?
Well, it's not in England, it's in fucking
The
Wales.
roughest pub in the UK. All right? If you Google it, WINDHAM, Wyndham Arms, right? It was widely acknowledged. So my mate Martin says, "You coming into the Wyndham Arms for a drink?" And I mean, it really is a rough pub, right? I'll tell you what, it really is rough. But we went in there for a drink because I've got no shame. And them days I was smoking. And it's coming back to what Micky says. So yeah, by then the smoking ban had come in the UK. So I went outside the pub for a cigarette while everybody was enjoying them. And this Welshwoman comes up, and I can't do a Welsh accent. This Welshwoman comes up and says, "You all right?" And I said, "Yeah." She says, "Do you want to come to a party?" And I said, "Not really, no, I'm here with friends." She said, "No, come on, do you want to come to a party? Only 15 quid. And I looked at her, I said, "I'm with my wife." And she said, "Oh, in that case, it's 20 quid.
Entrepreneurship at its finest.
She said, "Bring her, and it's 20 quid. I thought, I did think about it.
Yeah.
Well, you do, don't you?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Did you have your car keys to chuck in the bowl?
No.
No? Oh.
No, that was a fun night. That was. I was smoking, and later that night, me and my mate Martin, my wife Sean went back to the hotel room for an early night, and me and my mate Martin, we had a bit of green, and we got totally off our nuts. And the night got better because about 1 o'clock in the morning, I had started to flake out. I couldn't keep up with mine, so I said, "I'm going back to the hotel." And we were right outside the hotel, and I said, "I better get you home." So I put him in a cab, and I paid the cab driver to take him home. 6 o'clock next morning, my phone rings. It's Martin's wife on the phone. She said, "Where's my husband?" I said, "What?" She said, "Where's my husband?" I said, "I'll put him in a cab, and I'll send him home." And I said, "I even paid for it." She said, "But he's not here." I said, "What do you mean he's not here?" She said, "I don't know where he is." About 2 hours later, she phoned me back and said, "He's come home." I said, "Where was he?" He said, "Well, he diverted the cab to the rugby club." And she said, "It's all your fault." And I said, "Why? I paid for the cab to go." She said, "Yeah, but it's worse than that. He come in the house, and the thing is, he stood at the top of the stairs and pissed down the stairs." I said, "What did he do that for?" She said, "Because she thought he was still in the rugby club." His wife doesn't like me for some strange reason.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got a couple of friends that are like that too. Their wives and me don't get along very well. They're like, "He's Satan."
And apparently I'm the bad influence. I did the right thing. I sent him home in a cab. But it's all my fault because he didn't make it.
Yep.
You didn't stand him at the top of the stairs and Amy's peeing down.
Exactly, because I didn't lead him home by the cock. It's my fault. And I didn't supply the drugs. He supplied them.
Oh my God! So it wasn't even as though you went, "Yeah, come on, Martin, come and have a little bit of a smoke with me."
No, I didn't bring any with me. I don't like travelling with cannabis in the car for some strange reason.
Oh yeah.
I keep it at home. Back in about 2002, my then wife, who Tracy and Micky know, she went abroad for the first time, and we went to Holland. We went to Amsterdam, and I was making a television program. And while I was making the television program, while we were out there, the television production company, to stop the wives from being bored, sent them on a cab into Amsterdam, into the main part of Amsterdam. And my missus found a coffee shop, right? And she went in there, and she was quite surprised in the coffee shop that you could buy the coffee and you could buy big bags of green. So we got back to the hotel that night, which just happened to be the Amsterdam Hilton, because television production companies do pay. And she said, "I've got a bit of green while I was out." And I said, "Okay, well, we'll have a couple of joints here because it's quite legal here, nobody minds." She pulled out this fucking bag of cannabis like this, right? And I said, how much was that? She said, £6. And like in this country, you pay 60, 70 quid for it. I said, all right, let's have a couple of joints. Had a couple of joints, right? We were leaving the next morning. And I said, we've hardly touched the bag. What are we going to do with it? And I said, we better throw it out. She said, no, that would be a waste. I said, well, I can't take it back. If I try and take that cannabis back through UK customs, I'm going to get arrested. And she said, no. She said, right. She said, well, see what, we can eat some. I'd never eaten it before. So I was sitting in the hotel room eating this cannabis, right? I'm washing it down with Fiji water. And I think I must have ate about 3 ounces of it. I didn't think anything of it. And I got to Amsterdam Airport, Schiphol Airport, and I suddenly realised I was off my head on cannabis. I mean, I was sky high. I mean, the entrance to the door, right, came round about 10 times before I could get in. And I'm like walking in this airport, and I'm stoned out of my brain. I'm higher than any plane there. And in these days, when you go through the security check at Amsterdam, as you go through the X-ray machines, above the X-ray machines on the wall, there are repeater monitors so that everybody can see what's in your luggage. So I've gone through it. All I've got is my wife's got the suitcase, right, and I've got a briefcase with all my television scripts in there. So I put my briefcase through, and she put a bag through, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting in the corner, right. I start laughing my head off because I'm high as a kite, right. And everybody looks at me, laughing my head off, and I'm pointing them on. I said, look, some fucking twat there. He's got half a dozen fucking dildos and vibrators in his case, and everybody can see it. And my wife's slapping me like that. I said, what the fuck are you doing? She said, that's your case. And I said, what the fuck are they doing in my case? He said, well, I'm not going to put them in mine going through that machine.
That's one of my favourite tales that you've ever told.
And it's true, it's absolutely true, and you know who I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah,
the first time I heard that was, I think it was you and Micky on stream, and I watched it on catch up, and I was crying with laughter. I was absolutely crying with laughter. It was one of the funniest tales. The idea of you being absolutely out of your box.
I was totally off the mark. I was. No. Some twat's got dildos and vibrators in his case, and she's going, she said, that's your case. I put them in there because I don't want anybody to see it in mine.
Gotta love. Sometimes you just gotta take that hit. You're like, oh, shit.
It's lucky I don't suffer personal embarrassment, Al. I just don't suffer that at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not like it went through and you were going, yeah, they're my dildos, so what?
Yeah.
It was the some fucker's got dildos in his case, shut up. No, but look, some fucker's going through the X-ray.
Oh, I have to go pick up my son from school and get his day started. So I will check. And you guys want me to come back on Saturday?
If you're free.
Yeah.
If you're free, yeah,
perfect.
come back by all means.
Yep.
We had a 6-hour stream last Saturday.
Oh, wow.
We're not doing that again. It was because it was my birthday, so.
Oh, yep. And remember, happy birthday.
Thank
Belated
you, Alex. See you again soon.
Okay,
glad
aloha,
to
everybody.
have finally met you properly.
Yeah,
Okay.
stay safe, mate.
You too. Be safe, everybody. Aloha.
We'll wear our
Aloha.
T-shirts on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Did you see Tracy in her T-shirt, Alex? Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oh dear. I looked like a sausage bursting
Yeah.
out of its skin. I'll wear it again. No, it's over there. I'll wear it again if I have to.
I don't know where mine is. I think I put it in the wash. I put mine in the wash, and it's gone to the same place that my socks go to.
Whose one is it? Oh, it was your one. I really liked your one. Just because it looks a little bit military-ish. And it doesn't look like military, but
Oh, Micky's did.
no, Micky's alive.
Socks. Micky, do you wear odd or even socks?
I don't often wear them unless I'm going out somewhere.
Do you wear odd or even socks?
Well, I just grab 2 out the drawer. I don't care whether they match.
Right.
I wear even ones.
You're anal, Tracy.
A sock's a sock.
Yeah. I mean, I went out the other day, one black and one white one on.
Yeah, my eldest daughter loves a mismatched sock. But I just like wearing matching socks.
I don't love them. I just don't give a shit. Tracy, can I ask you,
I'm not being funny, but nobody can see my fucking socks under my jeans.
Under your bra
What's it
strap
matter
on the
what
left-hand
colour
side,
they
is
are?
that a tattoo or just a shadow?
Shadow.
Shadow, right? Okay, sorry, I did wonder.
Yeah, no. It's a crease or a shadow or something. I don't have any tats, and I want.
You're bursting out there, Tracy. You don't keep doing that. My eyes are bloody.
That's why he keeps glazing over. No, I'm out of interest. I checked on Twitch rules as to what the rules were regarding nudity and stuff like that. You're not allowed to show nipple, and you're not allowed to show underboob, but the rest is fine. And when it comes to, I'm not going to get my lower half out, but when it comes to the lower half, you need to be covered. You need to have the hip area covered down to the, I can't remember now because I didn't pay much attention, but you have to have a certain amount covered. You can't have your ass hanging out and things or something. But I checked.
Fucking amaranth does.
Huh? No, it's Twitch's rules are a bit strange. It's what you can't show on screen. You can talk about it all you want.
Yeah,
Amaranth does.
Regarding talking, the sexual content, you can't be doing sex on screen, but you can be talking about it because it like, i.e., in an educational way.
But
and because
you can't type about it.
Yes, yeah. So we fall within terms of service because we're not actually sitting here producing sexual content or showing it on screen. We can talk about it, and it's educational, and it's a laugh and everything like this. But we, So I
am sexual content personified. I mean, I am. Look at this face. I mean, this is a face that every woman on the planet wants to make love to. They want to sit on this face.
I am bursting out a bit more there, actually. I better put that away in case I get in trouble. What, they want to sit on your face? What, to
Just to shut him up.
Yeah.
This is why you become invited on my stream, Micky, because I lost the count of the number of times I'd say something and you come up with a gem like that in chat. Why I've got you here. You keep me grounded, Micky. Right? You keep me grounded.
This is why we need you, Micky.
Yeah, you keep me grounded, yeah.
Did you see the mess that was on Saturday night between it was me and Steve and the complete pissed up mess?
I did say I watched it on Spotify this morning. Was it this morning or yesterday? I can't remember anyway. But I only watched the final 2 hours, which was after I'd gone.
The mess.
You came back again.
I did come back again for about 20 minutes because I went to bed and got up again. Because I couldn't sleep. And then when I went back again, I still couldn't fucking sleep. So.
But yeah, so you said that you watched the final 2 hours and you thought, oh my God, what mess. I'm glad I went to bed.
Exactly that. And then when you said, do you want to come back on? No fucking way do I, Jose.
Well, let's talk about streaming for a minute, Tracy. I mean, I know why I stream. And you know why I stream, but I don't really know why you'd enjoy it, why you do it. Do you like being the centre of attention, or... I mean, I don't mean that in an offensive way. I'm just asking, why do you enjoy streaming?
No. I've always enjoyed doing stuff online, and it's a natural extension of it. And I love talking, and also, like seeing as people sort of don't go out a lot and things. I don't know why I'm pinging. Excuse me. Let me just turn that down. We sit here and we have a chat and everything, and oh yeah, that's it. So COVID hit, and I wasn't going out very much before anyway, but COVID hit and it became very, very insular and very, very indoors. And it's not really recovered for me, because people are still sort of like, I think a lot of people find that as well. I think a lot of people are still not going out very much now. And so it's just, I tell you what, also the other thing was that when I saw that you were streaming and I used to join in just in the chat, I enjoyed the interaction, and had I not enjoyed it, then I wouldn't have thought about coming onto the stream. And coming onto the stream and doing the chat stream, it was like, oh yeah, this is actually quite fun.
Would you say, I mean, I already know the answer to this question, but I'm just saying this for our listeners and viewers. Would you say you were a natural extrovert or a natural introvert?
I can't remember which one I am. I'm either an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert. I think it's the extroverted introvert.
I think you're actually a total extrovert. I think you're like me. You actually enjoy being the centre of attention. And I don't mean that in an offensive way. I mean, when you're at a party, are you the one that gets it going?
No, I'm not. I'm not. But I will quite happily. I used to have a friend. She's dead now, unfortunately. But she was always the one to get up and dance.
That's a bit of a fucking worry, isn't it?
No.
Can you agree, Micky?
She was a bit older.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a fucking worry. She used to have a friend, and she's dead now. We're her friends. I'm checking my pulse. Hang on, I'm checking my pulse now.
She was a bit older than me. She was so funny.
A bit older than you.
Well, she wasn't my age. Anyway, listen. She was the one that if we had. Oh, you've met. I think you probably met her at my wedding. I don't know if you'd remember her, but
I was pissed.
Yeah,
I don't remember anything.
She would be the one that if you went to a pub and there was music playing, she'd be the first up on the dance floor dancing. She didn't give a shit who was looking. She didn't give a shit if people thought she looked fat and ugly. She just didn't give a shit. She'd be up there, and I took my lead from her.
Walkies.
But I wouldn't say that I like being centre of attention, although it is nice, and I wouldn't say that people look at me and go, yeah, Tracy will get it started.
Do you get wet?
You what? That was random. No, you talk to Millie, aren't you? Millie, are you wet from the rain?
When you stream, do you get wet? Which is a question.
No, I don't.
Micky, when you stream, do you get a hard on?
No.
Why not?
If I did, I'd stream more often.
Micky, that means he must. If he's asked that question, that means he must be getting one.
And I'll get wet.
And he gets wet. But that's just because he's got bladder issues.
Yeah.
But I do like being introverted and just being quiet by myself and everything. But I like doing this. I like being loud.
Micky.
No? Right.
Why do you enjoy streaming?
It's because I get a chance to speak to other people, really, which I don't do throughout the day because I'm here on my own. But I'd say that I'm an introverted extrovert, if you know what I mean. I don't like being the centre of attention, which is why on these streams you normally find that it's me that's being the quiet one and jump in with my little quips now and again. But I couldn't tell you why I enjoy it, but like I say, it's just communicating with other people instead of sitting here staring at a blank fucking computer screen or watching something gormless on the telly. It's the interaction with people. So yeah, especially since I retired. You know, it's the way that I can talk to people, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, we have a giggle.
Would you say, as a whole, it's been beneficial for you?
It's certainly
therapeutic.
I mean, this might sound a bit cliche than that, but I'm fairly certain that's helped my mental health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm actually talking to, communicating, not just with you two, but with people in chat, and things like that.
Although we've only got 3 viewers at the moment, so.
Well, yeah, but we've had more.
Well, of course we have.
Earlier on. We've had a chat with them. Saturday night, we had a chat with quite a few different people. I know every night's not. I mean, Friday's got to be I found when we were doing Fridays towards the end, it got a bit of a chore, to be honest, because we weren't having that much interaction between the audience and us. And that's my chair again. And it's the audience interaction. Fucking hell. It's the audience interaction that I like.
I think Friday nights was turning out to be a complete loss for us because I think most people.
Yeah.
It's for most people they work and Friday night is their first night off, isn't it?
They go out.
They go out. So I'm glad we stopped Friday night. It also gives us that break, which I quite enjoy. That 3 or 4 day break. But I just asked Tracy the same question. I'm going to ask you the same question. I fill that in with gaming. Sorry, Micky?
The days we're not here, I fill in with gaming. So I'm actually talking to other people as well.
I did say when you're not doing the Fridays and you've got the Thursday and the Friday like a kind of weekend, you will notice it. And because that's how I know it's not the weekend, but that's how I treat it. That's my weekend. I might do some work and bits and pieces that I need to do, but I don't actually have to be in a certain place at a certain time. And I mean that's good because that's good for mental health. But I did want to say about Micky. I think that the viewers and that, I think the people like, and I like it when I watch things back and everything. I like it that Micky is quite quiet, but he can hold an argument and hold a point, and have a rant and get it across. And it works rather than me and Steve just going blah 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 all the time. Micky's there going, no, diabolical.
Well, I just enjoyed it when Micky took the piss out of me and grounded me. Because I'm one of these people, right? That I've got a firm belief in life, right? If you can't take it, you should never give it out.
Oh, I'll take it all day long.
Yeah, I give it out. I give it out. So I expect to take it. Sometimes people are intimidated by me and they won't give it back to me, and I've never understood that because I welcome them giving it back to me. But I mean, that's just me. But no, I'm just talking about for our new pool of listeners is why you enjoy streaming. And Micky, would you say you were an introvert or an extrovert by nature? Are you the sort of person that talks to random strangers in a bus queue, or will you talk to people in the lift, or will you? Are you the first one to get things going at a party? Because I mean, I'll talk to random strangers in a bus queue. I'll talk to people in the lift. I actually talk to people in lifts because I know it pisses them off.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that at all.
And I will get a party going.
I'll find that on the party thing that I'm quiet at the beginning, but by the time I've got a few down me, then I'm up with the rest of them. But I'm not one to instigate it.
I've got to. I can't stand being in a room with people that don't talk to each other.
No.
It's like tube trains, right? On tube trains, right? Every morning I commuted to London for 15 years. I live in London. I commuted to central London for 15 years. And every day for 15 years that I commuted, I would make a point of talking to the people on the tube train. They would think I was absolutely fucking nuts. But I would talk to them just because I knew how much it pissed them off. I can't stand being in a room with people that won't talk.
I think on the scale of things, I think you're at one end, Steve, and Micky, you're at the other end, and I think I fall somewhere in the middle because I do like talking and starting conversations. If I have to do it, I'm happy to do it, but at the same time, I'm the same as Micky. Sometimes it takes a little bit of alcohol to warm it up a little bit, and just before I can actually come out of of being locked inside. I'm not locked inside, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just
I know what you mean.
Like sometimes I'll be pissed off about something and I don't want to talk about it, and then Andy will say something or other, about whatever it was that pissed me off, and the minute he said it, it's like it's unlocked it, and I can go, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. It all comes out. So it's unlocking that thing, and just you get into the habit of doing your own thing. So I think I fall somewhere between. I know I'm louder than Steve, but Steve gives me a good run for the money. But Steve can talk more than me, which is amazing. And so I think I
You
sort
should
of
see
fall
what else I
from-
can do with this tongue. Why do you think so many people want to sit on this face?
Well, like
I
Micky
already
said,
told
it's
you
to
that.
shut you up. He's talking fast again, Doris. But yeah, so I think I fall somewhere between you two. Like on a movie scale, some days I'll be sort of more towards I want to be a bit quieter and introspect, and other days I want to be out there in your face, not coming in your face.
Don't
See, you want to be in his face as well now.
Yeah, see?
No, not
Eventually,
coming
Micky,
in
you
your
want to
face.
sit on my face.
No, not really.
So you don't want to talk about teabagging.
No, thank you.
I knew that would get her going.
No.
No, I'm just curious. So, you two have been streaming out July, August, September, October, November, 5 months with me now, nearly half a year. Do you think you're better people for it? Do you think you're more socially adept for it, Micky?
Well, no, not really.
All right,
because
let me
that's the
answer
only
this.
time
Let me answer this another way. If you went to a pub that you've never been into before, and you walked into the pub, and the pub fell completely silent, would you turn around and walk out, or would you do what I would do and take that as a challenge to get them all going?
I'd have another pint.
You'd have another pint, right? Okay, Tracy.
Oh, see, I would be like Micky in that respect. I've walked into a pub before. Actually, one of them was. I've walked into pubs before, and I was going to say one of them was actually in St Mary Cray.
Which one?
You know where you. I can't remember what it was called. If Andrew's still watching, he'll remind me. It might have been called the Black Boy.
The Black Boy.
Like that.
Oh, that was my local, the Black Boy. Yeah.
No, but it might have been that one. It was actually one on a corner, and I can't remember what it was called.
It would be the
one...
Black Boy or the Old Star or the Anchor or the Anglesey Arms.
Right, it'll be one of those, and it was on a corner. And when you push the door open,
Was it next to the police station?
No, it's like it's down where the Black Boy was, or I don't know if it still is. And you carry on going down that road towards a church.
The Old Star. The Old Star.
It could well have been, yeah. Anyway, and the door was on the corner, and as you opened the door, you were cracking the seal, and like all this smoke kind of like vroom in your face. But everybody turned, like the jukebox fell silent, and everybody turned and looked at you. So we went in, and we went and ordered a drink, and it was silent. And then we sat down, and the music started, and it was, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother, which was fine. And we're sitting there like in the corner trying to ignore the people looking at us. And
You're lucky you weren't glassed.
The song stopped. And then it started again, and it was the same fucking song. We were there for almost our entire lunch break from work, because that's where we used to work. And the only song that played on repeat was He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother.
Every time I've been in the Old Star, that's the only song that's playing. You can't change it. You'll get stabbed or glassed.
Yeah, so no, there are instances that I would walk into a pub, and if they all turn around and they do that, then... Like you kind of feel the atmosphere though. If it's a welcoming atmosphere, then I'm happy. I'll go up and get my drink, and like Micky said, that you're going to get another pint. But then there are instances where it's like, no, let's finish our drink and leave.
I wouldn't do that because that gives them the satisfaction.
Oh no!
I mean, I've been in a few pubs now where exactly what you described happened, and I'm sorry, but they're not going to intimidate me to leave. If I want a drink, I'm going to have a drink.
I need a piss. I'll be back in a minute.
Another pint just to bloody piss them off, basically.
Yeah, we did stay for the entire lunch break, but see, you have got the quiet, what's the word? The calm, internal confidence that you will do that. You can do that. And it's not that you want to have a fight with them or you want to talk to them and become their best friend. It's like, no, I've got every right to be.
I've come here for a drink. I'm going to have a drink.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, it's on you. It's not on me.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't go into a pub and think I'm going to be life and soul of anything. I'll go try to drive out.
it's just the atmosphere when you go into some of these places. It'll go totally silent. You'll get the black looks. You'll get the muttering under the breath, and but yeah. Because they think it's their little bit of turf, and strangers aren't welcome. I've been in a fair few pubs that have been like that. Not round here, because they know me in all the pubs round here. Well, I won't say these days, but certainly in my younger days, back in the 80s, 90s, that was always, all right, hello, Mick. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no worries.
I'll tell you what, though, the funny thing is that my friend who I was just talking about, who would be the one that would be the first one to get up and do.
Was it drink that killed her?
No, it wasn't. No.
Well, I'm just asking because, your friend's dead and you were in a pub.
No, honestly, she wasn't.
I'm still worried that all of her friends have died, Mickey. I don't like her. I don't like her. She's not
I don't hold out much fucking hope for me for the next 12 months.
Anyway,
the point I'm trying to get across is, do you two think that streaming, right, because you've got less experience than me, obviously, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I've been doing it for 2 years, you two have been doing it for 5 months. Do you think it's made any difference to your personalities or made you different people that have enabled you to cope in situations that normally you wouldn't have been able, you would have coped differently? And has it made you change your mind about certain perspectives? Micky?
No, I don't think it has. But then again, if I'd still been working, then probably I'd have said yes. But because I'm now retired, I'm spending most of my time at home, so I don't really mix with people, which is why I enjoy this so much. Because, like I said, it gives me a chance to speak to people and that.
You'd enjoy model making a lot.
I do. I enjoy looking at it.
Tracy, same question to you.
Oh, what the? No.
Do you think it's made you a different or better person, or a person more equipped to handle certain social situations?
I think it's made me more sociable, maybe, but I haven't been put in that position where I've had to be.
All right.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense, Micky. This is what I'm trying to establish. I'm trying to establish if you feel that it's made any sort of changes to you as a person. Tracy, the same question to you. Do you think that it's made any sort of...
I think I'm going to be on the same plane as Micky here, that it's given us...
Well, you're going to COS as well.
Yeah. It's given me the opportunity to be sociable more regularly.
See, now... Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Tracy, but when I go to COS, Steve, I do talk to people on the next table when I'm eating, people...
Yeah, well, that's because I want to know throwing food at them.
But it's something that I don't do here. I don't go in a restaurant and start talking to somebody on the next table.
I fucking do, because it winds them up.
But everybody while they're over, everybody talks to everybody. Do you know what I mean? It's only a small village that I go to. And
I've told the wife, right, she's got the holiday forms. We're going to do it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do it tomorrow, Micky. That's June the 7th, isn't it?
Yeah, Cardamina.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see if I can get a holiday at the same time, but I'm not coming to COS.
Cardamina.
No, I haven't sorted out whether that's going to be the destination or not. But if I can get the week
off... Well, that's
off,
where we're going.
Yeah, well, COS is only a small island. I can go anywhere and we can meet up, Micky.
Exactly that.
Yeah. I don't know whether I actually like you enough to want to go and spend a week with you.
I said to you the other day, Donna likes her days where we just the two of us, where we can just fuck off, do what we want, jump in the car, go wherever we want. There's a nice little beach called Bubble Beach that she likes, and it is literally bubbles coming up from the...
I don't like beaches. I'm not a beach person.
Well, I'm not a beach
really
person.
Nice, Micky.
But at the top of the hill, there's a nice little bar that I sit in while she goes down on the fucking beach.
I'd be there with you.
Exactly that.
And I'll be going by taxi because I'll be getting fucking wrecked. So yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. If you can get the week of June the 7th off, that's the first step past.
Well, the 7th is a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's fine. And then because I've already got 120 quid deposit with EasyJet, we'll be flying EasyJet. So it'll be whatever EasyJet can do around that time.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just, as I say, it's for the podcast listeners. I want to know whether streaming has made any changes to your life, or you think it's changed your lives in any way for the better or for the worse. Do you think you're more equipped now to handle certain social situations, Tracy?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I've been on the internet for such a long time, and and talking online, whether it's by voice or by type, by on forums and things. I've been on the internet for such a long time that I've seen it all and probably done it all and everything for just so many years that I think the general overall experience of being on the internet as and you learn as you go along, it is equipping and it is empowering. I'll tell you what is positive about it is that it gives me structure to the week.
Okay.
And I had a type of structure going on anyway, but it's all so easy when you're self-employed or retired or not doing bugger all every day anyway, or unemployed or whatever. It's so easy to fall into getting up, doing fuck all, going to bed, or getting up, doing fuck all, getting drunk, going to bed, stuff like that. So I've now got a structure of Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and that's how it is. Yeah, so it's given me a structure to my weeks. And so I get Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and I've got a weekend of 2 days off. And I sort of, work everything else around it. So, Micky, your turn. Has he frozen?
No.
Oh.
No, he's on Pornhub again.
He glazed.
I'm trying to work out why I couldn't buy bits then, but I still can't buy them. I don't know what the fuck's the matter with it.
Oh, he doesn't want to throw tomatoes at me.
So, yeah. I understand what you're saying about structure, though, Trace, yeah.
That's definitely been a positive.
Yeah.
Tracy just spent 10 minutes on that missive, and you say, I understand.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm a man of few words.
So again, all right, I'll ask the question again.
Can I just say another positive, actually? And I know I didn't know Micky before we started streaming together and stuff. I'm doing the wrong side. Micky's on this side now, is he? No, I was on the right side in the first place. Anyway, is that when we first started doing it, Micky was sort of quite like, if you nipped off for a wee, Micky would be like, oh, I don't know what to say. Don't stop putting me on his lap. Peering over my shoulder. Yeah, no, Micky would be like, oh, I don't know what to say. I haven't got a clue what to say. And then be quiet. But no, he wouldn't say then be quiet. He would be quiet. But now, because of the viewer interaction and things, it's been really nice to see Micky just sort of being able to talk about his gaming and stuff like this. So if we both, I'm all upside down, my blood's going to rush to my head. I'll get a nosebleed, So if me and you, Steve, bugger off, Micky is able to sit and talk to the viewers about his interests and things. And you weren't doing that, were you, at first, Micky?
I wasn't, no. No, you're absolutely right. So that has, in some respects, brought me out of my shell there. Yeah.
No, it's been really nice to see, sort of like, instead of you going, oh no, I can't talk, you do. Because it's yeah. Are you just fucking about with me and Micky sitting on each other's laps?
I'm not doing anything.
Hang on, which side is he on? Wait a minute, wait. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, I did the wrong hand. Oh dear. Get off his lap, for God's sake.
But yes, you are right. That has brought me out of my shell in that way, I think.
And we forced you out of your shell, unfortunately. Sorry about that, Micky.
Can I just mention we're coming up to the 3 hours?
I find it a good thing.
2 minutes away.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry, Micky. Go on. You finish.
I find it a good thing. That it's enabled me to talk to people.
Would you recommend it as a good outlet for people that are getting on a bit? I mean, we are the oldest streamers on Twitch, let's be honest.
I would. Sorry, I've said it before. I would totally recommend it because it's a way of connecting with the outside world.
Yeah, exactly that.
I've said it before. You can just imagine, there's lonely people, older people, younger people, disabled people, people who just can't get out for some reason to have a social life, loners, and people who just for some reason haven't met enough people to have a social life or don't have their family around them.
Okay, well, totally. on that note, we're down to 4 viewers, and we've just hit the 3-hour mark. So, Tracy, I'll leave you to say goodnight.
Oh, well, we are now almost at the 3 hours, so in about 10 seconds. So, good night. Thank you, everybody, for listening and for watching, and we'll see you again on the next stream.
Micky.
Good night, people. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yep, we'll see you Wednesday, 21:45, which is known as military time, UK time. Okay, goodbye, people.